Have you gazed on naked grandeur where there's nothing else to gaze on? Set pieces and drop curtain scenes galore. Big mountains heave to heaven which the blinding sunsets blazon. Black canyons where the rapids rip and roar. Have you swept the Vision Valley with the green stream streaking through it? Search the vastness for a something you have lost. Have you strung your soul to silence and for God's sake go and do it? Hear the challenge, learn the lesson, pay the cost. Have you wandered in the wilderness, the sagebrush desolation, the bunchgrass levels where the cattle graze? Have you whistled bits of ragtime at the end of all creation and learned to know the desert's little ways? Have you camped upon the foothills? Have you galloped o'er the ranges? Have you roamed the arid sunlands through and through? Have you chummed up with the mesa? Do you know its moods and changes? Then listen to the wild, it's calling you.
That. We're live! Ah!
Oh, no warning whatsoever.
No warning. What was everybody out there in TV land? What was the Bruce Campbell spinoff from Xena? We're trying to figure out.
I swear there was a spinoff. Either that he was in the show.
Because he played the guy to thief. He played the guy to thieves in Xena, and I'm pretty sure he continued the same character.
Maybe he was just also in Hercules. That might have been what it was.
Hey, Melenray. Hi.
Melenray's there.
We haven't seen Melenray in a while.
Yeah. So good to see you.
Oh,
You're going to have to come in before the shows, Melenray. We're doing watch-alongs.
Yeah, join us to watch some Deadwood.
Get a cameo from Sister Vindicta. Give the Reverend a run for his money.
Totally. 100%. Okay, Tony.
All right, is it my turn?
It's your turn, man. Go ahead. Take it away, Tony.
I never know when to hop in and start saying shit. But hey, all, welcome to another episode of this here Deadlands Blood and Gold edition. Oh, we had a hell of an episode last week. I want to thank you all for that amazing episode. I got to watch it again, and it was like, I still don't understand it, but it happened. Whatever you were tasked with doing seems to have worked out in some way that no one could have predicted or mapped out with like a diagram of some sort. But the way it stands in your quest, both individual and together, to find this man Jacob Waltz and his mysterious gold, you've stumbled upon the town of Globe, Arizona, where you were tasked with rescuing a young squaw and returning her to her family. A bunch of rejected Apaches, refugees from their own tribe, living in a disused town just south of here. The morning came and went with a flurry of activity. The sheriff, or I should say the marshal of this town, just up and skedaddled out of town, tearing his clothes from his body as he went, screaming some nonsense about demons. One of the deputies chased out into the desert after him. The Reverend is mistaken for the priest who was welcome into Globe and was given run of the church, and you established that there was going to be a service this morning. We'll see how that goes. Pankerton, you witnessed some craziness just sitting behind the desk in the marshal's office, and then eventually just walked the girl across town and handed her off to her family.
It was too easy.
Was it?
For me, as far as I was concerned, I was doing some clerical work in the office, and then the guy comes in gibbering, and I got to make it look like it was all his fault. I don't know why, but for some reason.
The widow had a merciful night off, just kind of resting with her mule. But Reverend, there was also that guy you shot, who I guess you shot him for recognizing you? It was a little
I killed that son of a bitch for being rude and intolerable.
All right. Well, they seem to have passed that off as if you were accosted. And,
Well, I was, son. I was accosted.
And as the sun comes up this morning, the mayor, who was really looking forward to a hanging, is a little disappointed that he isn't going to be able to do that. But the hours are going to pass and the news is going to spread and the town is going to understand what has happened here. Or, well, somewhat of what has happened here. The legend of Jacob Waltz the demon is growing. And there's now tangible evidence, supposedly, that he had been here. And he's the one who murdered the shopkeeper, not the young Indian girl. Now, that all that being said, it is still nigh on morning here in Globe. The sun's just rising. You've all been up all night, except for the widow. She probably had a good nap.
Yeah, couple winks.
What, Reverend, let's start with you. Are you planning on actually having this here service?
Well, of course I am, son. I can't go back on my word. I
Well,
told
now-
the entire town to show up. Crack of dawn
You did.
early.
But in the interim, the young squaw, before she left, she whispered some words in your ear, seemed to have changed your complexion a bit.
I'm still going
Just-
to speak the Lord's words to these people. I can't even do it with a straight face. Okay. Don't
will,
worry. It's going to be quick.
Maybe we even do a little spirit roll in a little while, see if that one worked out for you. But as we begin the day, Globe is a city in decline. We all know they're not going to have a reverend after this service, however it might turn out. But also, they don't have a shopkeeper no more. They don't have their own sheriff no more, or a deputy who skedaddled after him. Ironically, if you think about it, that young Indian family would actually fit the bill just perfectly up here, if you could ever get the white folk to agree to it. But the father seems like he has some authority and would make a good sheriff. The son would be a good deputy. The girl is already a trader. She could run the shop. And the mother's a spiritual leader. Not a Catholic, but I'm sure put her in different clothes and nobody would notice the difference.
Reverend ain't Catholic neither.
We're a little indeterminate about where that, probably Methodist, but we're not sure.
He don't like to talk about his denomination.
How is that possible? You're a reverend.
Shut up, Tony.
I should also say that as we come here on the air, it is on the eve of Thanksgiving, so I'll thank everybody for joining me when you could definitely have something better to do. And I promise you, at some point, I am going to slip an obscure Thanksgiving reference into the show somewhere. And
Yeah,
I'm-
happy Thanksgiving. I mean,
Yes.
for me, it's not Thanksgiving tomorrow. It's just a regular Thursday, but there's
What?
football.
Well, that's because you one of them heathen Canadians.
Them damn Canadians. You know, they try to get the best of it. Like, they had their Thanksgiving a month ago, but we all know North America's closed tomorrow, even Canada.
We still have Black Friday sales
Well, that's you got the
for
important
whatever
stuff
fucking
down.
reason. Because here's the secret: Black Friday follows nothing here. And most people don't know exactly when. Like, most Canadians somehow still don't know that American Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. Every Canadian I know that doesn't have American relatives is like, when is Thanksgiving? Like,
That's the way it should be, though.
but still, you've got the Black Friday sales in your calendar.
That's because they're good capitalists. Okay.
It's good. That's true. That nothing changed across the border. We're exactly the same as you. We just don't remember Thanksgiving, but we still buy the stuff.
I will pause just to say I had a genius idea a couple of years ago as the sales kept getting closer and closer and closer to Thanksgiving. Like, we'll be opening up at midnight. We'll be opening up at 10. We'll be opening up at 8 p.m. Thanksgiving evening. I'm like, Walmart. You've got kitchens and a deli and everything. Do Thanksgiving dinner for people.
Well, they did this year. They're giving out Thanksgiving dinners.
You just do a Thanksgiving dinner
Are
and
they?
then let those people go shopping when they're done. I mean, we get the best of it. If you want all the money,
They got your letter, Tony. They're doing it.
Yeah.
that's it. Another
And
idea.
I'm actually, you know what? This was intentional. I'm drinking cranberry and vodka tonight because of your Thanksgiving. Not because I ran out
I
of
was
whiskey.
actually having cranberries on Thanksgiving.
Son of a bitch. You'll be taking tomorrow off because of my Thanksgiving too. Don't kid yourself.
It's a Thursday. What's so different about that? It's midnight here every time we finish. What do you think I do on Thursdays?
There you go.
Also, we begin every episode with me handing out some fake coins for you, and I was gonna forego it for this episode because it
better
didn't
not.
seem like you need. And everybody's like, "You better not," because we all gonna die without him. So how about you guys just add 3 white coins to your sheet?
Yes.
That still makes sense, though.
Yeah.
That still makes sense.
To your sheet, and then make sure you're not carrying any more than 10. Spend the ones you need to spend.
No, I'm not even remotely close to 10 because I spent a whole bunch last session.
Yeah, you had to too, but you avoided all kinds of injury because
I did.
You
And I was
soaked
able to-
it all.
And I
You
killed
go ahead.
that-
You keep
that
soaking all
varmint.
that minor injury. You go ahead.
All right. I know what I'm doing now.
What does it equal in bounty? Okay, 1 equals 1 in bounty.
1 equals 1. Yeah, the white one equals just 1 in bounties. It's not a big.
All right. Well, I'm out. I only have the only other chip I got other than white chips right now is blue chips. I did not hold on to anything really. So
You spent a little to make your character a little bit better. We always like you doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? And I'm gonna do the same today. I'm gonna toss 2 of those new white chips into my bounty, and I'm gonna spend some.
You were eyeballing something. I don't recall what it was.
Well, last week I put 1 die in mad science just in case. But I think I was looking at increasing come back to me.
I do have a question. What do you need to
You have been
spend
drinking.
to increase the die type?
To raise a die type 3 times the new die type.
Okay.
So what are you trying to be from a 4?
So I've got a D6 and that I'd like to turn into a D8. So it would be what, 18?
24.
Or 24. If I could do math, that'd be helpful.
24. Though raising the number of die you can throw on an attribute is just that number of die. So like whatever particular
so
skill
4.
is probably cheaper.
Yeah.
It's definitely cheaper.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I raised some last time, and then spent them killing somebody.
I think, yeah. I'm just going to raise my cognition up to 3 die.
Well, all right.
All right, I remember what it was. I want to bump up my academia, my occult knowledge. Now, actually, you know what? I'm going to go right to the core skill and go, I want to up my knowledge die from a D4 to a D6.
That's 18.
So, let's see. How much am I going to need to throw at that? I would need 8 more. How much is a blue chip worth
Oh,
in
jeez.
bounty?
Blue chip should be worth 2, I
3.
think. It's either 2 or 3. Let's see. It is
So
3.
here's the situation I'm in. To do that, I would need to spend
Blue's
all
worth
of my
3.
fate chips.
Don't do it. That sounds terrifying.
The blue is worth 3 bounty points. But you know,
So I would need to spend all of my fate chips just to raise that smarts die. The knowledge die rather than the knowledge die.
live dangerously. That's the whole idea.
I think, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to zero out all of my chips. Spend all of my bounty. And I'm now at 0 bounty, 0 chips. But I'm a little bit smarter.
Doesn't sound
I
like it.
beg to differ. I know, right?
And that's to me that just tells that's the college experience, boys and girls.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Actually, you know what,
broke, but I know
the
things.
smarts are still exactly the same. The knowledge is a little more, which actually speaks to the situation quite well.
Oh my god. All right. I suddenly want to change my entire plan.
Oh, jeez.
But all right, let's live dangerously. Oh boy.
Because can we give him any of our chips?
No.
I didn't think so.
There is an economy for swapping chips, but it's really expensive, and
Right,
in the end,
2
isn't really.
for
gonna
one.
be- yeah, it's gonna be not worth it.
I know I ain't giving none of mine to the Irishman, that's for sure.
The Irishman may have to
Just
Fight my
stand,
way out of this.
travel
Stand-
lightly.
stand behind me, son.
I appreciate the bold move, Pinkerton. Oh, by the way, did you get that story I sent you about the goddamn Pinkertons?
Yes, I did. That is incredible.
And this is a modern day story. They're working for Amazon, spying on the employees.
Really?
Today's
My,
Pinkerton.
how the mighty have fallen.
Isn't that
As far
right?
as I can tell, they're doing just about the same as they did in those days.
Yeah, not much
Yeah.
has changed, really. All right, so the hours will pass this morning. The town will wake. Commerce will commence. I should mention, the store is closed because the shopkeeper is dead. But, and this will not appeal to all of you, the shop still has items.
Yeah.
If you steal it, you can have it. But you will incur yourself a wanted level in this here county.
That's only if they find out they're Belvedere.
No. If you steal it, you will incur a wanted
What
level.
kind of flying bull hockey is this?
This is how it's gonna go. I'll give you the opportunity to take it, but you got to be willing to take the punishment if you get caught.
Well, if I get caught, okay, cool.
Well, yeah, but there'd be a bounty and a like next time you show up in, you'll probably see a little wanted poster with a $5 number on it.
It's like they always get my face wrong.
Tempting.
Just
Don't
saying.
tempt me, Tony. Don't tempt me.
If you're in need, so be it. Steal it. But preacher, shit. What do you have for preaching? What's your big skill there? Is it your spirit?
Spirit,
Or do you-
hell no, son. It's my
or is it-
awe.
It's your awe.
I just get up there and let my personality flow over them like a tide on a beach, smothering them in the frothing foam of my ocean of faith.
Well, why don't you roll that frothing foam of faith?
Well, so at least he didn't use moist.
Well, that's how they feel after I'm done preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Something very wrong with the show.
It didn't roll. I pressed the button and nothing happened.
That's
Let's try it again. Got a 9.
Oh,
you got a 9. I think a 9 will suffice.
Of course it
In
does.
that you can deliver yourself a sermon that will enthrall, excite, and amuse.
And make literally no goddamn sense.
Oh, none whatsoever. But that's par for the course with religion.
You got that shit right. Then
You're
I tell them
free.
to go off and behave.
You'll be free to skedaddle from town without much of a notice. But
I got to
Pinkerton,
get something before I leave up out of here. Easy now.
Yeah. where you got to get something.
Well, yeah.
What are you after there,
I
Reverend?
guess.
Well, I need to buy me some whiskey.
Oh, you need some whiskey.
I need whiskey, and I'm looking for some toilet water.
I'm sorry.
You a game? You an e-girl now? What you doing, boy?
I knew you'd get it, Tony. I knew you'd get it.
You mean the eau de toilette
That's what I said, son.
Question for the balladeer.
Yes, if you can, yeah.
While the Reverend was given his invigorating sermon, might I consult my own personal holy book?
Oh, absolutely.
Now you make sure you take that Satan worship out of my line of sight when you do it now, son.
Reverend, I guarantee I am in the back row. I wouldn't want to burst into flames now.
There you go.
The minute that the sermon is finished and everyone goes about their way, the local telegraph officer is going to be able to return to his telegraph machine and find that there is a message waiting. He will decipher it, and then he will go around town trying to find the Pinkerton.
Oh.
Well.
And Pinkerton, if you jump yourself into your Discord, you'll find a telegram has come for you.
Oh.
I guess it's secret.
Yeah.
A telegram.
I also want to get a hold of a double barrel shotgun if I could.
Okay, now hear
Now,
me
how much
on-
of this do I understand? Is the question.
I don't know. What don't you understand?
Well, the one word that I really don't want to say out, which let's see, it's in the it's in the third line of the telegraph.
Okay.
How long is the telegraph?
Um,
I thought it was like a short.
If you need to, son, we can take our earphones off and then you all
No.
can talk
I
privately.
want to work around it.
yeah, I think we can work around it. I think Tony knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can send it back to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's how Discord works.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're on it.
We're passing notes. We're passing notes. This is one of my favorite things to do in a game. Is pass notes.
Amen.
It's actually
No.
easier digitally.
This is the new word for you.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's
All right,
new.
but now I would like to make an area knowledge roll.
Okay, there
If I
you go.
know where to find this place that's mentioned in the telegram.
Uh-oh.
A 4 is not gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say
I'll deal with it when I start. I'll ask around.
it. So that was gonna be my suggestion. Why don't you just ask around?
But first I will. I'll. The widow is on the outskirts of town. I think I went and stayed on the outskirts of town with
Yeah,
the
you were
widow.
the one to bring
You-
morning dove.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
brought her
I'm-
Morning Dove, and you guys kind of hung there for a little bit. So I assumed you're back in that area until
Then
the
I would go
pre-
find the widow again this morning, and ask her a little question.
Oh,
Pardon me, Mum. I'm wondering, do you know a Burro Mesa Ranch?
I would think I would have to do an area knowledge on that.
your role for area knowledge would be not only easier because this is your area, but yeah, go ahead and
So Arizona territory.
yeah, you're that's all you.
Oh, you have an Arizona territory skill. Jesus.
Oh my gosh!
No, I guess
I
you
don't
don't.
know what you're talking about, son. I think you're gonna have to ask some people over there in that town.
Oh, good.
I think you
It's
might have
important.
made some friends.
Be crazy.
Sorry, I couldn't help you, but
It's all right. I'll ask around.
jeez.
And I'll head into town.
Okay, what I will tell the Reverend, the whiskey you need or whatever booze you want to carry, you can get from the saloon.
Right.
The
5
other-
bottles.
5 bottles.
Holy spirit.
All right.
Well, you don't know where we're going, I suppose.
No, I get that's true.
Me either, frankly.
But everything else you want is going to be in the store. You can have it, but you're going to have a wanted level.
I'm just gonna ask the bartender. Hey, son, I know you got a fire stick up underneath that there bar. Why don't you sell that to the good old Reverend? In case I run into snakes and such, I'll buy it off of you. The Lord will look kindly upon you.
No, sir, I need it here.
Shut the hell up, you heathen! What? I can't get no
this.
toilet water out of this. What kind of town is this?
I'm
Fine,
dead.
I'll just go with the whiskey.
I'm deceased.
I'm not the only one. Oh god. All right, so I'm trying to keep track of my notes here. Jesus.
Yeah,
And that's what? That's $2 a bottle, right?
If you're going with the cheap stuff,
Hell yeah, I'm going with cheap stuff. About 5. I don't care about no damn taste.
I hope you're going to be carrying this, Reverend, because I ain't helping.
I ain't asking you. I'm a gentleman, Widow. I would never ask a lady, especially one that can have pickaxes materialize out of satanic nowhere, to help me carry my whiskey. Thank you.
having stayed in the saloon, and if the Reverend is being his usual bombastic self,
I don't know what that means, son. Speak English. Not that Creole crap you keep rolling.
oh
around
no,
off
is
your
it? Oh, Reverend, no say français? Oh,
I see. No.
but if the Reverend is being his traditional loudmouth, I will have Harrow go over and purchase a side-by-side street howitzer, and let's call it 40 rounds.
The store is closed.
He says he's gonna rob it.
I'll put it in a donation box or something.
Just
If
leave it
you
on the
take
counter. They ain't stealing if you leave money on the counter.
Well,
I'm telling you right now, this is my rule.
okay. Oh well,
This is it.
Pinkerton, are there keys to the armory inside the desk?
Everybody's just trying to.
He
work
actually
around
asked me that.
If no one's got the keys, but I will accept the wanted level just to prevent our dear balladeer from having an apoplexy.
I was trying to put that out there so you wouldn't steal shit.
Well, listen, the Reverend
Challenge accepted.
listen, the Reverend needs his power of Christ, and so I will oblige him.
I gotta admit, that is a whole hell of a lot of power in Christ.
Oh God! All right, what do you want to steal?
I just a double barrel shotgun and a box of ammunition.
There it is. It ain't even Christmas. You're so kind.
Oh, well, see, this is all money I preemptively collected for the incidentals box at the church. So this is all on the level the way I see it.
Yeah, well, you'd be wrong about that. It's
Well, and that would not be the first time.
the $35 gun and how much ammo here was you taking?
So a box that usually be like 50.
It says 20, so if you take
Oh, it says 20. I'm thinking modern. Yeah, so yeah, 20 rounds of ammunition.
all right. Oh,
I've played Red Dead Redemption. I just go to the train station and I pay it off. Why do you think I clear out every saloon poker table I go to?
Yeah, right.
the game is ruining everything.
I love you, Tony.
All right. You add to your list a double barrel shotgun and 20 shells, Reverend.
And it's so I can. Wait, I'm not buying it. Never mind. Proceed.
Yeah, no, you don't have to deduct any funds. You just went into the store of the deceased man and took your ill-gotten gain.
Well, he ain't gonna use it. He's gonna collect dust and rust in there. Shit.
Ain't you just awesome?
Before I leave town, I would like to, before we leave town, rather, I would like to check in at the sheriff's office and see who's in.
Nobody.
Not even the deputies.
The one deputy went running off with the sheriff. He hasn't been back. The other one, I think, just well, he probably
quit.
Yeah,
Pulling a no-show.
You know, some
All right.
people need to be managed, and without management, they just fuck off.
Now, I'll head into the center of town and see. Is there an audience? Is there a crowd?
Well, there was gonna be a crowd for the hanging this morning, but they mostly went to see the Reverend speak, and afterwards they all flittered about their business. So there's people around town. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for someone. Well, I guess the mayor would be the man of authority.
Oh, the mayor. He's around. He's definitely around.
I will seek out the mayor, wherever he is, and I will. Is he at home? Where would I find this guy?
His home is
It was up towards the top, wasn't it?
yeah, he's up here just beyond this point here.
You know what? On my way there, I would stop by the church and grab the preacher after his prayer and his sermon of the morning.
There's your
Hey!
there's your mayor.
Hi, Irishman, you. What's your
We
name?
seem to have left this town without a sheriff.
You did what now?
It's not important. I don't exactly know how it happened, but they're without leadership, and I'm wondering whether we could perhaps make some suggestions about who could lead this town.
No, son, I can't. I told you I'm after Walt, so it's mighty nice that you want to go ahead and recommend me to become the sheriff and all, but I can't do it.
Jesus Christ, no, I don't mean you.
Oh,
I'm thinking, is there anybody here that we've met in this town might be able to step into his place?
this conversation's still
I think it's
taking.
maybe our fault.
The conversation's
Excuse me.
taking place at the church, and what's that little dude's name that's there?
What was his name?
I-
Deacon Travers.
It
That's-
don't matter.
that's the-
Crapper's here. He could do it.
Crapper.
I'm gonna look this guy up and
Come here,
down.
Crappers.
Does he look like the type with the constitution to be sheriff of this town?
Of course he does.
Travers? Deacon Travers?
That's the man.
Milquetoast Deacon Travers, who was waiting for a new priest to come into town and lead the congregation. He doesn't really seem up to the task.
Don't be fooled. He's got a constitution of a bull. He's got the spirit of the Lord on his side.
Now, Tony, you mentioned at the beginning of the game tonight that perhaps we might have noticed something about the family we'd helped out, that perhaps they might be the type to step in if we can convince them.
I'm not entirely sure any of you would have noticed that.
What would I need to roll?
I don't know. This is This is and I don't even know.
Looks like a suggestion, right?
It's a
make an
notice
argument
of
for you?
combined circumstances, but you know, there's
Perhaps like just a straight cognition roll to see if I could put two and two together to see who might be the right fit.
sure. I'll make it real easy because you only met so many people.
Not easy enough.
What about the bartender?
I look at the preacher and I go, having the first fucking idea of who could run this town.
I'm telling you, son, you just let the Lord sort it out.
I look at the deacon and they go, oh fuck it, sure, why not?
I turn and look at the deacon and goes, "It's your duty, son."
And I have the sheriff's pin still on my chest from last evening. I'll
From
take
when
it off
you
and I go,
ripped it off the sheriff himself.
and I will pin it to his chest and say, son, we need to go see the mayor.
Travers?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
He'll come with you.
Father, I think he's going to need some support. And I sort of, his knees get weak and I lift him up by the shoulders. Drag him out the door.
Come on.
And I'll take him to the mayor and
My question for you, Pinkerton, and I appreciate that you're trying to solve this town's problems. It seems very in character for you, but Globe just may be a city in decline. The railway didn't come through here. It doesn't have a lot going for it. I'll let you do you, but
I'll say this. I think if I didn't know that, I would be looking for someone a lot better than Deacon Travers. So I think he's aware, but he wants some sort of person to keep this town from falling into absolute bedlam before it disappears.
If this assuages your conscience even a little bit, then
that's essentially what he's trying to do. Yeah.
But here's my question. You tend to play these things a little close to the chest. Are you going to share the telegram you got with the others?
No, sir. But I am going to, I will try and pull the mayor aside when I'm there.
Okay.
But assuming the preacher's coming with me.
Of course I am, son.
We'll try and do it in secret then.
You, the preacher, and the new Marshal Travers
Your name's Travers?
are all meeting with the mayor.
Hey, where's the widow?
She's still on the outskirts of town, as far as I know.
What the hell is she doing out there? She's gonna get hemorrhoids sleeping on cold ground. Somebody needs to go get her.
I probably am in the saloon at this point, just kind of.
Yeah, if the sun's up,
Whatever,
the
yeah.
saloon's open. So
Then I would have shared where she slept, not insinuating that she was still there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that we had our little dinky conversation ended.
The only thing I want to do with the mayor is just introduce the new sheriff as a suggestion. I'm of course not insinuating that I have any sort of power here, but as a suggestion.
Insinuate, son. Ain't gonna do you no harm.
Well, the mayor will thank you. He's a very flamboyant type, but he'll say thank you very much. We'll use him in the interim, and we'll write to the governor to have him send us a new sheriff.
Hey, Mayor.
Yes.
You seem like a dandy. Hey, you got any toilet water up there?
I'm afraid I do not.
Don't.
How very good.
You got cologne?
Oh, yes, I've got a bit of cologne. Do you need a spritz?
I need a bottle. You should hook up the Reverend with a bottle of your best cologne. I'll go ahead and I'll say a couple of special words about you during the Mass.
He'll walk over to you like, well, I don't think, and then he'll catch you whiff and be like, I'll be right back.
There you go.
And excuse me, Father, I'll be right back, and I'll follow the mayor.
Follow him into his house, and you can have a moment of privacy.
Excuse me, Mayor, I would like to ask you a question. I'm looking for a place. I'm wondering if you could help me find it. It's called Burro Mesa Ranch.
Oh, Burro Mesa Ranch.
Mesa. Is that how you say it?
Mesa, yes. Good things I didn't use any more Spanish. Burro Mesa.
It's hard to say in an Irish accent.
It's it's north of here, a couple hours, but you don't want to go there. Very dangerous. Very, very
Mind if I ask why?
There's a sorcerer or something that lives there. Lightning throwing evildoer. I don't.
Anything else there I might want to be aware of?
Well, it's also out in sort of the middle of nowhere. So all kinds of dangers pop up.
And you said it was north of here?
North, a couple of hours, 2, maybe 3, depending on your pace.
Thank you. I wouldn't suppose they have a shop there.
Oh no, it's just a ranch.
All right. Thank you. And I'll leave you to your business. Thank you for helping the father there. I hope you don't mind. I'll need to take him out of town for a few days. And a fellow up north needs his last rites read to him. You understand?
If he'll be back for a sermon next week,
He'll be back for service. Yes, of course.
Good. We need our weeklies around here.
Of course. And I'll see myself out of his house.
And the cologne.
So, is Anson still in the saloon?
Presumably.
Yeah.
Presumably.
I
Yes,
probably-
Reverend, you can have a bottle of cologne that the mayor will give you, and your 5 bottles of booze,
Thank you.
the cheap stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Witta and Hera. It's been a strange morning.
I would have it no other way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's really what all I was doing. Just saying that I would go over and mosey up to him and.
Now,
What all did you get up to last night?
Oh well.
oh,
That is.
Just kind of.
you tell her. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Oh well, my dude, that is a tale best told of us. The lamb fry here is actually not too shabby. I'll pony up for a nice meal before we hit the road. I believe you missed out on the former and inglorious marshal who well, pardon my French, but he was something of a shit stick.
I mean, I saw him running from here like he'd never seen. I don't know what you guys. I didn't even hardly even see him. He went there and then gone. What in the world did you guys do to him?
Well, far be it from a gentleman to brag, but I happened to him.
Well, I'll stay on your good side, I think.
Oh, my dear, you have nothing to worry about. I think a mutually assured destruction, some kind of agreement. I think it might catch on in a century or two. I won't do any hocus pocus upon you, and you keep that pickaxe out of my head, and I think we'll get along splendid.
That sounds mighty fine to me. And I'll turn and eat, assuming I don't know if he bought it for just himself. I'll get my rations out. And start
He bought a breakfast for himself and the widow.
Oh.
I'm like,
Get a good eggs and bacon going for yourselves. Now, Anson, I'll say this: the widow has no possibility of hearing the guy running through town with a telegram looking for Pinkerton, but you sure as hell heard it.
is that are you looking for?
Oh no, he found him, but you heard
okay.
it. I'm just saying.
Is that?
Well, yeah, you could.
I'm certain that's nothing I have to worry about. I'm an upstanding man.
just wanted you to know.
Yeah, I was seriously like, I'm sure it's fine.
Also, an unsuspecting side effect of the preacher's sermon this morning is not as many people are drinking or gambling.
Goddamn right they ain't.
Well, the fire and brimstone is keeping people out of the saloon, at least for the early morning hours.
As the Reverend walks around with a bag full of 5 bottles of whiskey.
You're right. Like it's weighing down. It's not light.
The bar already did its business for the day. Just nobody's around.
I let him do his business, and he steps over the toes of mine. But
what did you say to the Reverend when you gave him the shotgun?
Oh, I'm just sitting to say my donation for the week.
You know what? I take back all that stuff I said about you being the Satan, not the Creole stuff, but the satanic stuff. You obviously got a good side on you. I appreciate this a lot, son. I'm going to remember that. I'll be sure to read. We'll put you in my prayers tonight, quick hands.
Oh, your thoughts and prayers are what sustain me, Reverend.
I know.
But yeah, and it's just the widow seems definitely an interesting sort. Someone doesn't get to be so venerable without having some stories
I don't know if you
glad
want to
to
hear my stories. They don't end well for anyone but me.
Oh,
So,
it's like my dear widow. Those are the best kind.
I will bring up that the Pinkerton asked about that specific place to Anson. I don't know if he'll know anything more, but I'm just going to let him know that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, this place is not my forte, but perhaps if it's any repute to perhaps those of of sugar barons and cotton kings, then maybe. But there's like.
Well, hell and damn darnation! Look at that.
Oh, look at Millenray.
Millenray just
Millenray.
dropped 1,000 up.
best.
That's
Did she?
Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
She just cheered.
You may have just saved my ass.
Yeah,
To
because
be honest with you, because I spent all them just
'Cause
to
he had
make myself
none.
a little bit smarter.
Did she know she only had to spend like 200 to get you a new white chip?
I think
you
she knew that
overpaid, Mother.
500
so what you're
equaled
saying
1.
is we should take 3. I like the way you think there,
No,
Belladere.
you're gonna get a white chip each.
1. It's 500 apiece. You said.
No,
We were
oh,
200
she's-
short. I
No,
believe, of the last
she's
one.
reading what's on the screen, which I
Oh.
kept asking you to change.
I'll change it now.
We
You
were
wanted
at
to-
8.
Oh, that's
We were
right.
at-
You're not
we were-
generous. You said 1,000, right?
We were at 800 of 1,000, so we were looking for 200 more.
Granted, that is because our dear old Bitstone or Wolf Squanch just threw them at us like nobody's business during vampires. So
I was worried what was going to happen. I didn't.
I don't fault your logic. I would have done the same thing.
We're going to anticipate this. It's really hard.
Well,
You're not supposed to anticipate it. That's the fun in it, Tony. All right, I'm changing it right now.
Well, that just for clarity's sake, then if she did 1,000, then we're at 1,800, and we're still 200 away from the next giveaway. But you all have earned a white chip. Pinkerton needed it. The rest of you can only hoard 10. So move whatever you need to move over into your bounty points if you have to. Anson Harrow's got a
While you're
one.
doing that, I'm going to pour myself another drink.
Yes, since I am maxed out on my 10 out of 10 chips, I'm just throwing it into bounty. Which, thank you, Millenray. I can spend that on my spells.
You can indeed, and you can hoard bounty. But you can't hoard chips.
Yes. In which the
These are fate, right, Tony?
Yeah, fake coins. I think is what they're called.
fake chips.
We keep calling them chips, coins, whatever they're supposed to be.
There it is.
Did you get it right?
Monray just cured us another 200 to give us another one.
God damn it.
She's the best.
For this
Oh shit!
for this auspicious occasion, oh god, that was for the Huckster's Almanac. There we go. I'm going to name my personal Manitou after you, Millenray. My Joker.
Name it Millenray.
Yep.
That's what you should do, son.
Because thank you kindly. That is
You're a constant presence in this show, then, Millenray, and thank you.
I think that's the second time in one of our streams, aside from when she was actually on it, of course, that she has been immortalized within.
We name things after her, don't we?
Yeah. First, it was a bird, she says.
I misspelled it, but that's okay. I put an extra E in there. But that's all right. I'll take care of it later.
I'll always have a soft spot for Mother Superior Vindicta. That was a dang old fun time. All right. Now, on the question of hexes, how many bounty points is it to get a new one?
Oh damn! I don't know. Hang on, let me pull up the book. real quick.
5.
Wait, did I miss something? Did Melenray give us another 200 bits while I was gone?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, she
Oh,
did.
that's a good thing I
Yeah.
noticed.
So now you got
I'm gonna
two
need that too.
Irishmen.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's not the book.
So we're going north. You're going to where? You said some ranch. De
Did he?
What?
I
don't
didn't
recall.
say anything.
Oh, I thought.
I
you
don't
told
recall.
me.
He
Yeah.
did.
Are we at the bar now? Is that where we are? We went and met them at the saloon.
Yes.
Oh, meet him somewhere. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're
Then I
all at
will
the bar.
offer up to the entire group.
There, I'll get you.
I
this.
received a telegram this morning. I think it's important we go north. Got some information, some intel to gather. A few hours north of here.
Well, that's rather cryptic, Irishman. What kind of information?
I don't know. They didn't tell me. All I know is there's more information we need to know about Jacob Waltz and where I get it.
That's
It's
all
a few
you
hours north of here.
All right, that's all you had to say is Jacob, goddamn some bitch Waltz. All right, let's do it.
North is toward the Superstition Mountains, right?
Well, yes and no. Northwest is towards the superstitions. This is going to take you a little bit out of your way, but not too far.
Would I have noticed other like trails or roads coming into this little town here when I was sitting outside?
Oh, probably. You have not scrutinized, but what about like a search or something?
Yeah, I've got to search.
Throw your search down.
A 7.
7. This was a town where they wanted to go east with their product. So right now, the main travel seems to go that way. Seems to go east, and then from the east into the town. North, there are small paths. And due west, there are almost none at all. South was meant to be the railway, so you came up basically the only way you can from the south.
Right. How big are these pathways? Like, pretty narrow, or are they rideable?
Horses can travel on almost anything, so yeah, but going north, probably not good for cart. But you'll be able to make it on a horse, a mule, on foot.
I just want to make sure they weren't local. That's really all I was wanting.
Now for the hexes.
Now, I saw a trail going up north when I was sitting out there last night. I think that's probably our best bet where to go.
Oh, thank you, Widow. Appreciate it. Hanson,
Who's
you
up
haven't
there
said
who's
much.
gonna have
You,
information for Walt?
I'm looking that up for him. He's right, actually. It's 5 bounty points to add any new hex.
I told you.
Well, double thinking to Melinray because her secondary poker chip got me to 5.
And you have Hoyle's Book of Games, so you have the list of hexes that are available.
Mm-hmm. It's the ones from just the core book, correct?
That's what we're doing for now. But I suppose you're already digging into the other material.
All right, I'm asking because there are times if I say, "Hey, would Miss Me work on someone else?" and there's one in the expanded like volume 2 of Hoyle's that does that. All right.
You're a little OP to begin with, so you'll be fine, I'm sure.
I'm not gonna say anything because otherwise I'll jinx myself, and then I'll be.
True enough.
I'll
All
be
it takes is a few bad hands of poker.
Oh, for sure. I am as good as a $3 bill.
All right, Reverend sending me. You want to take some bacon on the road with you? Just take it raw.
I'm just gonna eat it right there before we take off.
Oh,
Well, I'll take. You know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right. I'm gonna take some for the road too.
I see what it
I
is.
would get a cup of
Are you
coffee.
gonna cook it? I ain't cooking it for you, Reverend. Get that through your thick skull.
Well, you don't cook it. You just eat it the way it is.
oh.
You ain't never done that before.
I must say, I think I'm a little bit better than that.
So he'll take a strip and he'll roll it up into like a little cigar, pop it in his mouth.
No.
Bacon sushi.
But he's smelling a little bit better at least. He's carrying a bunch of bottles.
Oh,
of
no
booze
doubt. He's got that clone in his pocket. He's like, how you like the smell of my toilet water?
Now, I think I'm getting the undertones of something. I may not be able to hear, but I think I can.
Well, it's still the same
Oh,
old drawers I was wearing yesterday, so
Maybe
Yeah,
he learned how to do laundry.
What?
or shower for that matter. But there are baths available, Reverend. I'm just going to throw
I've
that.
taken one this month, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Well, the Pinkerton has suggested that he has a target to head for north of here.
And I do want to also turn to Mr. Harrow and say, excuse me, Mr. Harrow,
Yes, sir.
you didn't pipe up. You don't mind, do you, if we head north?
And it's on the way. So, and of course,
More or
I
less, yeah.
perish the thought of me keeping you from helping folk who need your help.
Well, it's helping us. Quick hands.
Yes, of course. It will help you as well, I'm sure.
It's going
might
to help
even
us
keep you alive.
find Waltz.
On
Does
the
this
main
person
map.
know about Waltz? I'm a little bit confused on.
They know about Waltz. They know how to stop him.
Okay.
That's what's important to us right now.
On the main map, you'll see the town of Globe in a blue and due north Burro Mesa Ranch, which is just outside of the Superstition Mountains area.
Okay.
Bingo.
I promise, Widow, as soon as we find the information I'm looking for, I'll come with you to the Superstition Mountains. Doesn't stop me. I promise.
That's
It's
right.
about 20 miles. Easy enough. The land is pretty flat. There's no mountains to go over. You're just kind of weaving a path, thin as it is. There's no carts.
Pop out my parasol.
I've told the mayor, by the way, that you're going to be missing for a few days here, Father.
That's smart, son. They won't know.
Should buy you a few days on that. Should buy you a few days before they come looking for you for that contraband you got there.
Contraband? What you talking about?
Of course. Forgot I said anything.
The horse. I've had this horse for a while.
I'm not talking about the horse, Father. We all
I
saw you
don't
walk out of that
understand what
fucking
you're
place
trying
with the
to
5 bottles of whiskey. You've been clanking all the way around the fucking town.
No doubt, after we get out of town and we start riding, the Reverend will take, because he's been nursing on one of the bottles. And as we start riding out, he's going to take that one bottle and he's just going to and kill it.
It's like leaving Las Vegas.
And then he's going to go, hey, Irishman, you want to take a shot at this? I'll chuck it up in the air for you.
All right, toss up. All right, what do I need to roll?
You're shooting, but let me ask you. Since your Gatlin pistol broke, have you spent any time trying to fix it?
Well, I would have, yeah. I guess I would have spent some time last night trying to get that thing working again.
Okay, so are we shooting yours or the other one?
Well, I suppose I would shoot the other one just to be safe. You know, I meant to leave that with with the deacon, but I'm glad I didn't actually.
I think you should shoot your other one. Make sure it's working.
He wouldn't have known one end of that thing from the other, I guarantee you.
He wind up shooting himself.
All right, let's see.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, you're gonna definitely hit that with at least one of your bullets.
I want to hit it with all 3 if I can.
Well, then keep rolling because you got to fire 2 more times. 6 is not going to hit it. The 14 is definitely going to hit it.
Well, the first one
Damage
shatters
on
it, though.
Yeah, I was going to say damage on a glass
The
bottle.
second one just sort of like goes down the center of what in the glass, and I recorrect and I fucking fire out the biggest chunk of it that's left over.
Yeah,
Okay, look at that there.
Now roll a d20 and don't get a 19 or a 20.
Let's see if I can avoid destroying my gun
Oh
again.
my
These
All
fucking
right,
things
that's
they're touchy, father. Maybe don't. Let's not play any more games, can I?
And see, I feel a hell of a lot more comfortable riding around with you and Irishman and Quick Hands over there. Well, the Satanic Twins. Oh shit! I said I wasn't going to say that anymore. Sorry, there, Quick Hands. But anyway,
somebody just roll me a quick little D4.
I got it.
it.
Oh,
Nope,
he's
he's got
No,
it.
you
He's got it.
I got it.
Nope. You
Duke
got
it out for it.
I'm just
Race.
gonna wait. Hands up. I'm not doing
Oh,
it.
I exploded. Hold on.
It exploded,
Well,
but
you
it was a 4.
it was a 4. There you go.
4.
Then it's going to take you a little while longer than you had anticipated. If we're assuming you left, say, by at least 9 or 10 a.m., it'll be past noon, probably closer to 2 o'clock in the afternoon before you start to come up over the rise that looks down on Burro Mesa Ranch. Basically, you're held up by a herd of buffalo. They just kind of wandered past you, slow as can be. They just moseyed on.
That's
But
good.
you have to wait for buffalo because
You ever had Buffalo Irishman?
Yeah, honestly.
No, I never have. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd never even seen one before. It's quite beautiful.
Ain't it though? Big sons of bitches. Tasty.
Never seen anything quite that big before.
the Tonka.
But Canada, the biggest thing we got is jackrabbit.
That's why nobody lives there.
Yep.
My shitty anger about Canada coming out.
Stop being jealous, Tony.
You should come out and see a moose. You ever seen a moose before? Any of you seen a moose?
I've seen
Yes.
a
I
moose.
actually have
I
seen
have
them.
seen a moose at my
They're
job.
fucking cool, man.
That's fucking huge.
And they're
They're
dangerous
enormous.
as all hell. Dangerous.
Oh
as
yeah.
all.
Yep.
Until an elephant throws a tree at you. Shush.
I saw a moose that was no more than 10, 15 feet away from me in Yellowstone. Kept right on going.
Oof. Oh, right. I guess you guys aren't in the middle of fucking like Tony's in fucking Oregon near Washington there.
I saw my moose in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They got a.
You're in Oregon and you didn't see one. I was expecting like Washington maybe. Wyoming.
No, we get a lot of elk around here more than moose.
Elk and Sasquatch.
Idaho.
That's
To be
all they
fair,
got.
we don't
up
get
there.
moose around here either. You say Sasquatch?
Yeah,
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
there's Sasquatch hiding all up in them forests around there.
He just walks away.
and
Only
there
because
it
I
is.
have this.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Look at this Sasquatch.
Yes.
He's a happy feller.
Yes.
Look at him.
That's the kid from Home Improvement. I just
We're
wanted-
gonna have a watch party and
Can't beat
watch
that.
that someday too.
Yeah, that's one that was a big contender for my VHS watch party with my friends tomorrow. So
And I thought you were going to pull out Harry and the Hendersons.
no, I was actually sad that wasn't Harry and the Hendersons.
Okay, are we ready to move on?
Yes.
prepared to mosey.
Yep.
Tony, I have
Say
sent
what you're gonna
you. I've sent you my my purchase for my new hex. I've already put it in my sheet.
What'd you get? Oh, I like it. I like it all. Ah, this is gonna be so much fun. If you live.
If you live.
It's like, oh shit! I should have taken helping hand.
As you come over the rise, looking down over Burro Mesa Ranch, you're going to be coming in on the absolute north. No, I gotta say, it's like the northeasternmost part of this map.
Oh,
So zoom
Oh, okay.
a long ways in.
Well,
What
holy
in the
shit? There's a robot in it. Oh my god, this place is
Yeah, it's-
crazy.
What in the shugga?
You said we're in the northwest over by that bridge?
Yeah, there you go. Come
What in cousin fucking tarnation? Okay.
That's a little big here.
Oh, jeez. Prepare to resize me.
Yeah, I'm gonna resize everybody here.
Widow.
Why does the widow always come in that big?
Because her personality
have to.
is just that big.
Yeah.
She was. She's a different picture than the rest of you. You guys came from the
Gotcha.
same.
What in the nine hells is that
Just need-
plant thing sitting over there?
That yeah, right.
God only knows. God
Well-
being Tony in this case.
I
Well,
should have brought some kerosene with me too, so I could burn the hell out of this heathenistic Satan den.
So you
I mean-
got- about the same size. There we go.
Just gotta thump on the ground. Get one of the locals to ride it on out of here. Fucking.
What you are seeing ahead of you is a giant worm monster with tentacles rising up out of the ground and threatening the road ahead. But on a wall, on top of the roof of one of the small buildings of Burro Mesa Ranch, is a crazy looking mad scientist who's saying,
Dr. McCoy?
Yeah, I know him.
is not Dr. McCoy.
For all you watching, that's a reference not to Star Trek, but to what the hell was the name we played?
Yeah, what the
Sector
hell
One.
was that?
Sector 1.
That's right.
The man who goes by the name of the Wizard is on top of one of the roofs of the small building with a contraption in his hand. And he's like, "That's all right now. Charge right for it. I've got you." And he's expecting you to run towards the giant Mojave Rattler in the road ahead.
Why don't you shoot it now? And then we'll run towards it.
Oh, timing's all
Can I
wrong,
use
mate.
area knowledge to know what this is in order to decide whether or not I can trust what he's telling me?
Oh, well, this is a Mojave Rattler. You probably have seen one of these before, at least. Hopefully not up close, but they're underground burrowing menaces that can grow a lot bigger than this one, although this one's a good, almost 20 feet tall.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ almighty.
Well, I'll get my.
I'll pull my shotgun
I'll
out.
get my shotgun ready and let's go. Let's do it.
Are you going to ride towards it on your horses and mules?
Oh,
Well, I've
yeah,
never
feeling
met
the call of duty, I suppose, yeah.
I never met a mad scientist that lied to me. They maybe
Haven't you?
exaggerate a little bit, so what the hell, why not?
If you come riding, at least I'll put you on the road, something like that. You come riding down towards the creature, and the scientist fires the contraption. It lets out this kind of a screech, like a wah, and then a wah 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 wah.
Huh.
Mojave Rattler ahead of you. Oh, damn it! I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, ate us.
Good game.
Well,
Good game,
We
guys.
all
did.
right, let's re-roll the characters.
Yeah.
My mistake. Drop your tokens back out there. But the Mojave Rattler is going to sink down into the ground, and you're going to have a chance to ride right over the top of where it was.
That's right. You get to look at the widow again.
The
She
giant
does
widow.
have a cute smile.
The giant.
My toothless smile.
Well, yeah, it's toothless, but you work with what you got, right?
You ain't toothless. There's still 3 hanging in there. You're fine.
You got a couple snaggles
They're just
in there.
in the back. They're the important ones.
Just fucking. It's like this Gollum. It's like, "Here's us, no, we have 9 of those."
Keep you all together here.
It's kind of a Chthonian monstrosity. Or are you throwing us against Tony?
Straight out of the book.
Uh,
There you go.
He's like, "Oh, these are normal. Oh yeah, sure.
He's gonna. The scientist has bought you enough time that you can ride past where this monstrosity was coming from.
Well, I'm going to ride past it full tilt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
me too.
The front entrance to this this ranch is around the bend, as you can probably see from the if you zoom out on your map.
Well, I brought it down.
you kind of have to make it around this corner and over the front bridge.
All right. There's nothing standing in our way at the moment, right?
Not at the moment.
But it's gonna pop back out.
Do you want to try to find out where?
Nope.
You
I'm
know,
going to put my
nobody wants
faith in the Lord and just ride.
I'm focused on
fast
just
as
riding
hell.
as hard as I can after we just pop through where that thing used to be.
Well, my question is does he look like he's like reloading or something to that effect as we round the corner, round the bend?
He can't get a
the
shot.
scientist? No.
The scientist, yeah.
He
Okay.
can't even see us no more. I'm hoping that lady up there that looks like she's holding a scientific weapon is going to help us out now.
Is that not the scientist you're talking about?
That's him. That's
Oh,
the
okay,
man. Like,
Oh, that.
Yeah. I was like,
Well, she sounded like an Englishman.
yes.
Go on, Tony. Let me hear your woman's voice. Go ahead, do
I
it.
hate you so much right now.
I'm
You know
ready
what?
for it.
Just for that.
Uh-oh.
The rattler's going to come back.
Oh,
Goddamn
Jesus
right.
Christ.
They're gonna get it.
There we go. Bam.
Oh, shit!
Oh, God, it made it bigger.
Wahoo!
Oh, we're making you close to you. So it can
So I
grab
know
you.
where to shoot this thing, right?
What do you mean?
Like, where it's vulnerable.
In the mouth.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Get him in the spindly grabbers. I believe in you.
Where it's vulnerable.
Oh no.
I need to grab its sheet. There we go. Yes, character sheet. There we go.
Here we go.
Nice.
Now, I think I wrote down the damage on the shotgun correctly. What's the damage on your shotgun with it?
Well, mine's a cheapo, so I don't know if it's any different.
It's a what?
It's an El Cheapo.
Oh,
It's not any different, but I believe that it just
3d6.
runs the risk of failing.
Okay, yeah. So,
so
3d6.
what do you have as a range?
I've got 0 in mine, but I'm not quite sure what that means.
Shotguns do damage based on distance. Up close, you get maximum damage, and then you sort of lose a little bit of damage every
Gotcha.
5 or 10 yards after.
It does say as well that if you're using a shotgun, you get to add 2 to your shooting when you roll.
Where does it say that? For
In
who?
the-
For you?
In the rules, yeah. That's what I read.
Sure. Why not?
Here, I'll find it and I'll read it. I'll read it out. I ain't trying to pull a fast one on you, Balladeer.
I don't think you are.
Let's see.
Is it grabbing things and stuff, or is it just in the way?
It's about to be grabbing things. How do I?
Okay.
That's not it.
Why is it? There we go. My card's. The turn order has been selected. You're lucky enough to be acting, all of you, before the Rattler itself. But it appears in front of you, just coming up out of the ground, moving the dirt out of its way as if it's nothing. Its tentacles shooting out towards your horses. Starting at the top of the order. Who's got the jack?
Cocaine.
That looks
I
like
believe
an
that is
extra.
me.
Huckster.
Some of what you do happens fast. Does it happen fast enough to be
Well-
active this round?
I'm gonna go with the golden standard of trying to make things go away. Which is I'm gonna soul blast it because I'm fairly certain my the bark and iron on my hip ain't gonna do shit. What have I got here? Okay, that's 2 10s and a joker, so 3 10s.
3 of a kind is going to do. I should pull that page up.
Three of a kind.
3 of a kind. 5d8 damage.
Okay, dope. Man, I hope this.
What is that? 19. The size of this creature is quite large.
A 19 not do it?
No, it's going to give it a wound, but that's it. Just 1 wound.
I don't think it's because we're size 6. And this thing's, I have to say, like, if 19 didn't wound it, oh no! All right, I will.
14, so it's going to take 1 wound. It doesn't have the same sort of physicality you do, but I'm going to keep track of its wounds similarly.
If sometimes you just gotta, best way to fight a coyote is get it with some snake shot. Just convince it to go away rather than kill it. They'll just draw something bigger.
The cards appear in your hand and the blast comes out, but you could see the giant creature doesn't really flinch.
Okay, good to know. This is why I didn't like leaving New Orleans.
You still have some movement left if you want to do some of that.
Go back to New Orleans. Fantastic out there.
Going right a little bit closer is a distraction.
Oh no, nah. I do not. You might call me devil worshiping, but I do not have the devil's own luck. I'm gonna skirt around.
I don't think you worship them, Quick Hands. I just think you're satanic.
Well, come see, come saw, I suppose. Does this thing have any I noticed like sensory organs or like on its like weird centipede fleshy outer grossness?
Not really. There are no eyes, there are no ears, there's nothing you would call a nose. There's just lots of little fingery cilia all over the outside of its body that help push it through the dirt.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
One of the fantastic use of the word cilia. 10 out of 10. And all right. Well, in seeing that, I'm gonna just move in this like a nice canter, not galloping. I'm just gonna try and ease my horse along. Because we are kind of pegged over there on the side of this map for a reason. You've only about got the width you see in front of you. Yeah, I want to be not where I was when I shot it.
Agreed.
Looks like there's an outhouse right there, Quick Hands. You can maybe duck in there.
Oh, fantastic! A place where I can shit myself. I won't be able to not go directly to the edge, but just convince my horse to just get a little over there.
He'll listen to you for now, but yeah, at some point, that thing's gonna scare the hell out of me.
I did not spur it for a reason. I don't want to be facing a whatever like Lovecraftian nonsense that is that get bucked off my horse and crack my gourd on a rock. Like that's my turn.
You don't know that's gonna happen.
Go get him.
Who got that 10? Is that you, Sheriff or Pinkerton? Detective?
Sorry, that's me, yeah.
That's you.
I will swing one leg up and I'll dismount from the horse and I will pull that Gatling pistol off my hip and I will fire at this fucking nasty ass graboid looking motherfucker.
At your distance and the size of this thing, it's going to be hard to miss even with your Gatling pistol. Although, if anybody can do it.
Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
You still get 2 more because it still fires 3 shots.
There we go.
There
That's
we
15.
That's definitely going to hit it.
And a 7.
That's just going to wing it and just go flittering off.
All right,
So-
before I roll the damage, let's go ahead and roll that d20. There we go. It's a 9. However that hits it. I don't know what this thing has, but it hit it in the 9. All right, here we go.
It's guts, son.
For how much?
Oh!
I'm pretty sure it's all guts. That's 22
it's
points
all
of damage to
There
its
you go.
guts.
There's my damage.
That's
22.
excellent. I'll give you another. Give it another bit of damage. That's 1 wound. It
And
it goes
for
straight-
my movement, that's just he took a step forward. He jumped off the horse and took a step forward while he was firing off that Gatling pistol.
he looks heroic then. Who's on this thing next? Preacher?
Yeah.
This ungodly thing came straight out of hell, burrowed up in front of you.
I'm going to ride forward, pulling that shotgun straight down at it, get a little bit closer, and then let loose with both of them barrels on it. Like, boom.
If you want to get the full brunt of the damage, you got to be there, I think, within 10 yards.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be within 10 yards. Going to feel the fury. Let me go ahead and get myself.
Because we're within 10
You're
yards.
right about there. So you
Well, I
go
still ride a little bit closer to make sure that I can see its, what'd you call them? Spindles? What it?
Cilia.
Yeah, that.
Words. You love them.
I love them. It's the English language.
Fire your
Where's my shooting?
your shotgun there.
Would this be considered a rifle?
It should be a shotgun. Oh, do you not have shooting for shotguns?
I don't. I have pistol and rifle.
But you have some shooting?
I got shooting.
Use your basic shooting then.
Okay, basic shooting. Would be the same as my regular deafness then,
Okay.
right? If it's
I
not
guess.
specifically. All
I'm
right,
not
fine.
looking at your sheet.
Fine, I'm
Do
going to roll it. Here we go.
Sounds like you should
Got
have
a 7.
a rifle, not a shotgun.
Hey, it was a gift. I can't complain. But I got
This
2
guy-
barrels, right? So I get to I get to roll again, ready to fire on the suckers too.
You do. Do you want to add any more dice to this roll?
Yeah, let's add another die.
Spend a white coin maybe and throw another one on there.
All right, here we go. So we're going to roll this one first. 5, but wait, I'm going to roll the other die. I'm going to do that manually. I got another.
Still
5.
5.
God bless America. Boom,
Shotgun.
boom.
I don't know that this thing works for you. It's
Sure.
not your
Not my forte.
forte. It's noisy. It
Sure does scare a lot of folk.
Not me, don't you worry.
people around you. You rode up on it. You fired your noisemaker at it. You gonna do anything else?
Well, can I keep riding around it?
You got in your room there?
Sure. You tell me.
How much room you got? Let's see. Let me measure some stuff out here.
Oh, look at that there. That's plenty of room.
Where do you want to go?
On
Do you
the
want
other-
just-
the other side?
You can. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta move this out of the way to get you. So you want to come like down here, and I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like here.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Excellent. All right. Then
But,
I cursed the goddamn shotgun.
Now it's the winner's turn.
That's the best thing that you could get for me. Quick hands, there's no fire.
Well, we
He
was
starts
me with
complaining.
my shotgun.
Well, where I'm from, we call that the gun's more accurate than you.
It's
Yeah.
obviously defective, son. I think it's bent.
I'll go ahead and let off a couple shots at it, and then head toward the tree is what I want to do. Try to get some
Oh,
sort of-
yeah.
yeah.
Head towards the tree. All right, we'll fire that. Your double barrel cheapo.
The shooting a 7, which you're saying doesn't hit.
That ain't gonna make it. Do some better shooting. You got double barrel, so you can fire another one.
An 8. A little better.
It was better.
It was
Yeah.
better. 7s and 8s ain't gonna do it though.
All right.
Not enough.
And I'll hide behind the tree and, swap out for the pickaxe, I think, at this point.
That's another action. You've got shooting and you've got throwing. So if you wanted to throw that axe, you could do it.
Can I do it on the same turn?
Yeah, I'll let you. You haven't. Yeah, they're different actions. They're different things. Go for it. I've let the huckster fire a soul blast
Yeah,
and a gun. I
yeah.
think.
I'll give it a little top.
God damn! Why is?
And I miss. And I miss.
Oh well.
So, does it appear at the beginning of the next turn or at the end of next turn?
The beginning of the next turn, so you can use it again.
Okay.
But this
Oh, no.
time, it's going to be the Rattler's turn. The Rattler has tentacles that come out and try to grab you. And this is an opposed strength roll, is what it is. Let me see. I put in here tentacle roll. And who's it going after? I'm going to make this one a little bit more democratic. I'll roll a d4 to see who he's going after. Well, the top of the order is the huckster. Number 1 spot. That's what I got.
I blame the cat. He's got the hairs on my black suit, and now I'm out of luck. Okie dokie. Well, strength roll.
Oh, damn.
You know, there is no point.
Fucking hell.
The
What?
There's a
tentacles.
48.
The tentacles rolled d12s, and one of them must have exploded.
Yeah.
More than
God,
once.
how many times? 4? That's 4 times.
The
That's exactly 4 times a 12.
Jeez.
then that's what happened. I didn't make
Jesus.
it happen. I couldn't make it happen if I tried. But let's.
Things are going so well.
Yeah. One of them was a 50.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was 4 explosions and a 2.
Oh, and then because he's got 2 wounds. He took the 2 off.
Jesus Christ.
Can I spend my gold chip to absolutely not?
Well, we're gonna see what he's gonna do to you here.
Oh, this is the hit. Okay, no,
That's just to grab you. That's his tentacles coming out and grabbing you.
Oh, maybe he'll grab me by the nose hole real good, and that'll be it. Let's dig for gold, friend.
Let's see.
Oh, as they say in Italian, Alonzi.
Be in this book. I gotta go back to different books, but
And he's not shooting it. I can't just be like, missed me. Melee son of a bitch.
damn it, I lost my place. I apologize for hitting another fucking road bump here, but the tentacles, for every raise they get, they're able to drag you closer to its mouth by a yard.
How many raises is that, Tony?
That's what I'm trying to.
That's a lot of math to do.
It is a lot of math, but I'm just
my
trying to,
man.
rather than do that, just maybe measure the distance here. I mean, if I'm at the benefit of the doubt, it's 6 yards away. So, and it's like 8 raises.
Jesus.
Am I inside of it?
You don't want it to bite you.
I am
But-
aware.
Look real close.
It has you, and it is dragging you off your horse. Well, are you already off your horse? No, you stayed on.
But it can totally pluck me off my horse.
It has, and it is going to drag you across the ground. This time next round, it's going to have an opportunity to bite you.
Cool.
So do something magical before that.
So fucked.
And let me just say, this is a gigantic creature, so its strength is sort of commensurate with its size. Yeah, okay, that's the worried look I was looking for. Okay.
I thought you said Alex was OP'd.
He's OP as long as you're not getting eaten by a tentacle monster.
Right?
So long as I am not being it, I'm pretty good.
We're going to assume it's got you perhaps by the leg, perhaps by the lower torso, but you are being dragged along the ground towards it, and it is your turn. Now, we didn't do it last time, but you do have to roll a hex slinging before you deal your cards.
Yes. So, I was forgetting something. I apologize.
But that's fine, because it's a real low threshold for you to actually contact your Manitou. And in a dire situation, I'm sure he's right there. Or, I'm sorry, Melenre is right there.
Melenre the Manitou.
Yeah.
I need to I need to go back and check my chart for what I want to do. And just to.
You might want to think about it. I understand.
Yeah. Need to consider my hexes. And probably think about where to put my headstone just in case. Okay.
You can just holler that out, and I'll remember. And don't worry, it'll be on your tombstone.
Oh, it's.
I'll make you roll to hear him, though.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
If you were ever going to have a trick up your sleeve, Huckster.
Yo.
Add some dice. Spin some chips.
Yeah. Well, I'll spend a white chip
Add a die to your roll.
for one more die on my hex slinging roll, which brings me up to 5. Oh God. Why? I need to click on that before I do my actual thingamajig. Wait. I've forgotten to play over a week. God damn.
It happens.
I do not function well when I'm getting 8. There we go.
Perfect. Oh, no, you're rolling your shadow walk. Just roll your straight up hex slinging on your front page.
I'll be right back.
Because it doesn't have the dice roll button next to my hex slinging thing, or does
It doesn't?
No, it just has the 5. So I think that's it, because that's still showing my 5. It's just next to my shadow walk roll that I'm rolling my my hex slinging.
Yeah, I see it. It doesn't have a roll thing for you.
But it's the dice pool's correct.
Yeah, I see that. I didn't realize your sheet had that mistake.
It's All good. It's because usually I'm just clicking on Shadow Blast or Soul Blast. This is new. So I'm gonna be using the new hopefully using that new trick.
Well, you connected, so deal yourself a hand and let's see what you what'd you get?
No, Malin Reigns. Now is the time to. Okay. That is 3 jacks.
Now, are you soul blasting? What are you doing?
I'm shadow walking. It is what time of day? Where's the sun? Am I in its shadow?
It was.
Isn't it noon?
It's afternoon because we got held up by the buffalo. So I think I said it was around 2. Where? So let me take a look at Shadow Walk.
So
Step into one shadow and emerge from another.
I see large and dark enough to engulf the entire form.
Let's see.
And with 3 of a kind, I can move to another shadow 10 yards away.
Well, I'll tell you what. Look at that tree that you're by,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see that it's casting a shadow.
Oops.
All right. Oh, no, God damn son of a...
Where do you want to go? And does it have a...
If y'all can see my arrow, I would gladly like to nope myself back a ways.
Yeah, the huckster has to actually be able to see the shadow he wants to emerge from.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm being what I can't read the meters there. Shit.
You're
Yep. Shit. Aha! There we go. You can't bite me there, you son of a bitch. Well, shit.
You can only go 10, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this can't be more than 10.
Yeah, either like if there's shadows cast by them rocks, or over by the poop closet.
If you want to go over by what we'll call the outhouse, we could put you over there. But that is like there'll be just a cliff face wall, next to it.
I will.
What
I
about
will
on top of the poop closet?
It will get you unencumbered from the creature. You will disappear from its grasp, but you will still be within its grasp, distance-wise.
Okay, yeah.
Within its reach.
Well, I mean,
Out of its grasp, within its reach. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll take it. I was just like, nope. Yeah. And if I have movement left, I'm gonna go into the poop closet.
I feel a Jurassic Park coming on.
You don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Whatever
the
you do, don't
perfect
sit
quote for
on
that
the commode. Just stand in there.
I'll put you inside the bathroom.
There's bedrock. Foundation. Hopefully. Reverend!
With the rest of we'll make this work for you, Huckster, but you are literally going to vanish from the grasp of this creature and appear somewhere else that others may not notice, and then try to slip into a shitter without
And
anybody.
scuttle into the bathroom.
So the rest of you may or may not be aware of what the
Scuttle.
Huckster has done. But
All right.
he's gone. So,
Circle for the Huckster. Yes, thank you, Biotux.
Pinkerton, you saw your posse mate just disappear, and the tentacle is starting to reach around like that, like it drops.
Well, I would have have trained my gun on where he was, and then once I realized he wasn't about to be eaten, I'll aim for the guts of this thing again, and I'm gonna fire.
I'm gonna say one of the.
That is gonna hit for sure.
There we
Got him.
go.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
And also, these are my last 3 shots.
It is one of my. Oh yeah.
No, I've reloaded, but this is my last 3 shots.
Oh, because they're
Ammo-wise.
they're 9.
Oh.
It's a ammo count of 9, right? And it's 3-shot bursts.
They're 12, but
12.
Mm.
Do I have a backup of ammo? I just am going off of what was on my sheet when we started. Do I have more than 12 shots?
You should have ammo listed for that gun.
I don't believe I do, but I'll double check after this. At the very least, we'll assume I've reloaded then in between, but in case I don't have any ammo, then
You want to be out of coins and ammo, you go right ahead.
I mean, it's pretty dramatic. Let's see. There's a 14. I'm assuming that's going to hit too.
That's going to hit it.
A 6
The
one.
6
All
isn't,
right.
but you get 2 rolls of damage here. Absolutely. Big time it.
Come on. Oh, that's not much.
No.
That's not much.
What's the other
That's a
one?
little bit more.
Yeah.
You'll get 1 more wound on this creature. Roll a d20, we'll figure out where. A head doesn't really.
Oh, fucking hell.
Blow off a tentacle.
Yeah,
The
a
equivalent of a
tentacle,
foot for this thing.
a tentacle and a leg are going to be about the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you shot.
And it's got plenty of those. All right.
Well, that little tentacle that was out there flapping, looking for Harrow, you can give that one a push.
Beautiful. That thematically is what I would like to do for sure.
Now roll a d20 and don't roll a 19 or a 20.
I think you just said. There you go.
Okay.
All right, now I will spend the next turn scouring my sheet for some ammo, but in terms of where's the widow at?
Well, I'm
She's
afraid
Behind me
coming.
there. Then I will stay where I'm at.
that?
Because I'm and actually, you know what? No, I won't stay where I'm at. I'm gonna move 5, 10. I'm gonna get in front of the widow. Not in front of her, because she still needs to get a shot. But I'm gonna get closer to the widow, because we're the only 2 still dead in front of this thing.
you want only 2 that didn't get closer to the.
I took 1 step forward. I stood my ground.
This is true.
Then you are all good. You
Okay.
did your due diligence. Reverend,
Yeah,
you probably didn't see the huckster disappear since you were behind the big creature.
No, I sure didn't.
But what are you thinking of?
Riding like the Dickens towards the entrance. No.
You're on the other side.
Reverend stops, goes, fucking piece of shit, and throws the shotgun away. He pulls
Great.
out his Colt. He's like, hey, ugly son of a bitch of Satan. I'm over here.
Fire your shooting. Add dice if you need it.
Here we go. Let's see. Ooh, where's my... There it is.
I did half expect you to go running for the entrance. Wouldn't blame me in the least.
Okay, so I shoot twice and don't really do anything, but I'm screaming while I'm doing it.
You are. Good job.
And then after I'm done yelling at them, I was like, what are y'all waiting for? Run, ride, get past it. Hey, where the hell's Quick Hands?
He's on the shitter.
Well, this is a hell of a time to throw in a deuce. Come on, boy.
And you gotta go.
So you cease and desist, you little shit. I smell your meme, and I refuse.
It's all coming so fast. All right. Widow, I think that's about all the Reverend's got in him, unless he's going to start hightailing it for the entrance.
Nope, not yet.
You're going to hang and try.
Well, I can't berate him if I'm too far away.
Are you staying on your horse? Are you looking
Yes.
for cover? Are you?
No, I'm staying on my horse, looking to... Basically, he does want to get the worm's attention.
All
or
right.
the Rattler's attention. That's
All
what he's
right.
trying to do. He was hoping to shoot and hurt it too, but that didn't happen.
No.
There's like a discernible mouth on this thing. As far as I know, it's just kind of in the center, right?
Yeah, it's where all the tentacles are coming out of and flailing about.
I'd like to light a stick of dynamite and throw it in to its mouth.
Oh yes, please do that. We're gonna have to start calling the widow Monster Slayer
Right?
if this works.
If this works, you did have a you have a throwing skill, don't you?
I do have a throwing skill, but I am so I've got throwing, but then just underneath it, it's a special pickaxe. So I don't think I've got anything specific toward the throwing. It's just my deftness.
Okay.
Add some coins.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. I want to add 2 dice to it because I want to hit this thing.
3 would be better.
If she kills the second giant monster in this campaign, I'm gonna be fucking furious.
I think it'd be quite poetic.
It would be beautiful.
So
Never it.
They're gonna,
Maybe they're a 10. God. Oh my gosh.
Is that with the
Ben's gonna
bonus
hit
dice?
that though, right?
Mhm.
It's looking to eat something
told
anyway,
the
Battle
bonus.
Deer.
got a favorite.
See, the way I see it, because the widow always shows up massive, and there's only enough room for one Wild West kaiju in this game.
That's true.
True.
So widow has to like kill and eat the energy of everything else.
You can light the dynamite and you can throw it over near the creature. It's not going to go in his mouth, but it will explode near enough to him that it's going to go away for a second. It's going to
Right.
slip down into the ground.
Okay.
Where the hell's Quick Hands?
And I'm gonna get.
Oh, you said he's in the shitter. Come on, Quick Hands. Pinch that sucker off and get on out of here.
Yeah. So I just ride through at that point.
So where are you all? All right, everybody's there, and there. Let's
Now,
start.
where's Quick Hands' horse?
Oh no. Dante, did you abandon me?
He ran off the side. Of the
You have
cliff.
some animal handling on your sheet there, Harrow?
Theoretically. I remember
Roll that as if you're whistling for your horse.
Mine, animal handling, animal wrangling, correct?
Yeah, just
As you
give it a
close the
little-
door on the stall, I'm assuming.
Yeah. just like, do not go in there. That's incorrect. That should be.
Whoa.
You got a
I need a
minus 4 for
-4.
unskilled, but it shouldn't
That's-
be unskilled.
It shouldn't be. Did it? Because I remember spending a bounty point on it, but I guess it didn't.
I see you rolled a 4 out of 1d6.
Yeah.
Your horse will come for you, but you're going to be last.
Sure.
In the lineup.
As long as my horse did not just, roach itself off into the canyon.
Your horse will come. No, your the Reverend will be in the lead because he's got the front, and then the Pinkerton and the Widow can keep pace together, and the Huckster will be bringing up the rear. How far do you have to go? That's what I should be looking at. It's 20 meters to there. It's another.
A long way.
Yeah.
Got a ways to go. Somebody roll me a D100.
Not me.
I have a number in mind.
All right, fine, I'll do it.
Oh,
I beat you to it again, Irishman.
every time, man. Every fucking time.
Gotta be quicker on the draw.
It's that DM blood you got running through you.
Hell yeah, it is. I got a
90.
90, ref.
Whoa.
So, and before we're doing, death watch rolls, you gotta roll low.
Damn it. All right, God damn it. You make it.
All of us or them?
This was high. I was looking for a low number for another one to show up and screw with you. But no, if I'm playing honest, you guys.
Whoever said you had to play honest, that's why they make DM screens.
I know, but there, I'll put you all inside the safety of the compound.
Alex will remember that for when Dylan runs the game.
Yeah, I've got a. It's funny. I was just thinking I got to talk to you about my next game.
It's DM Dylan acting pretty sus.
I could have sworn it sounded like you only rolled 2 die, but he rolled 100 on 2 d20s.
How did he do that? I was looking for a low number to make another, or even the same rattler pop up and threaten you one more time before you got to the front. But the dynamite seems to have scared it off enough that it didn't come back, and it allowed you to make it into the compound of the wizard. He's going to come down and, oh, hello, how are you doing, good chaps? Good to see you. There's a bit of excitement trying to make your way in here. Wonderful, wonderful. Good, good. He throws his machine, his little gadget down on the ground. So, shall we get down to business? He will take you around his compound, and you see all kinds of trinkets, gadgets, books, maps, globes. There's a machine that is almost constantly printing out automatically telegrams and telegraphs. It's as if he's filtering information from all over the West. In fact, he's got a giant map of different movements. Some of you may recognize these as Waltz's movements.
Pinkerton.
And he's got string tied on the map and leading to different locations.
Irishman, you said that this here's your fellow and your call. So I'm gonna.
That's right, Fodder.
I'm gonna hang back. But he's nuttier than a fucking squirrel turd, so I'm expecting you to take care of this pretty quick, otherwise things could get sticky.
None of you know him, as far as any of the rest of you know. He seems unfamiliar to all of you, but you seem familiar to him. He knows you.
Me or all of us?
All of you, individually. Part of his map system includes you and your movements, since you have crossed paths with Waltz individually.
Is there like a different color string representing the Reverend?
There's different colored strings for all of you, but
that's
you
what
can
I thought.
Follow your own thing. You can also see that he's got things that shouldn't exist in this kind. In fact, he's got a collection of 27 8x10 color glossy photos with circles and arrows and a paragraph in the back of each one explaining what each one is.
Yeah, start talking, Irishman.
Hold the fucking phone, Matt Smith. What in the Hoovian hell?
Oh, no, it's all good. I'm glad you're finally here. This is wonderful. We can start to compare notes. This Waltz fellow, huh? He's a stinker, isn't he? But
I always thought myself the type of man who kept a lot of notes, but afraid I feel I'm a bit of a loss with the kind of notes you keep.
Our Pinkerton friend, it's good to have you in the South. Yeah, it's good to have representation from the Union down here. Interests will be looked after. So, how much do you think he got away with? Waltz. I mean, just brass tacks. What do you think?
Now, DM, how much do I think he got away with?
He got a train car load of gold. It's in the tons.
I mean, if he's giving it away to random
15
ladies,
tons of
I don't
gold.
know. Yeah.
Oh, what was that there, Reverend?
15 tons.
15 tons.
He's gonna start. Reverend's gonna start walking around this guy, sizing him up.
How much?
Hey, King 808's here.
King 808, hello.
Hello.
We still haven't played. I should load up that music in here.
Be
Dylan,
careful.
send-
Be careful, because we
Oh,
already
because,
got,
yeah,
we got flagged
Twitch.
for another thing of music today. I'll tell you which one it was later.
Oh, God damn it,
Are you
Twitch.
serious?
Yeah,
Like today during the stream?
yeah. It's off now, so
We'll talk later.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Son of a...
Apparently, I
This
did
is
tell
why
you
it's
though that there was an article that came through from Twitch in my email like the day after that said, "Sorry, this is happening so often."
Yeah, it's not just us. It's happening to a lot of people.
It's happening to everybody.
And don't fool
Even if
yourself.
even
they're
if you
not
own the
sorry.
rights, which I can say for certain, we have rights to use the music.
We
we're using.
do.
we do.
We do. We have the rights to use it.
Shit, Tony even paid for some of it.
The images, yeah, a lot of it. All your characters and all these little cool...
Hey, tell your daughter. What's your daughter's name? 808.
Oh, that's adorable. We can't swear anymore tonight, guys.
Oh shoot! Hang on. What just happened?
Fudge.
Well, no, I tend to use French when I curse as
Over. It's
well.
over.
I'm gonna start cursing in Creole. At least it ain't French.
The
Well, dang on, man.
Well,
wizard...
tell Autumn we all said hello.
Hello, Autumn.
Hello, Autumn.
The wizard
She's heard
knows...
worse. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if you tuned in earlier tonight.
Yeah, so was she watching Deadwood with us?
Right?
Yeah. Please tell me the answers. No.
Keep asking your questions, Irishman.
Right.
Look, the wizard seems to know a great deal about all of you and why you're there. Pinkerton, he knows about the Confederate gold. And it seems the Reverend knows about it too.
Yeah, that's a surprise to me. I would ask him, did you know I was coming?
Well, in a way, yes. I sent you the telegram to...
Yeah.
Well,
Who
sort of
else
sent you the
sent you it?
telegram. I sent word that you should come to me, and you got a telegram. But it's a bit dicey.
I understand.
But look, here's what we need to do: is we need to figure out what he's doing. I know he's got the gold. I don't know why. You, Huckster, Harrow, but what? You can enlighten us, I believe. I mean, what is it that he's got? I know he stole something from you, but we've never been able to piece together what that might have been. Well, now don't clam up now, boy. It's time to talk.
Yeah, quick hands. What'd you steal from me?
Well, it's something very personal.
You're
was a
amongst friends
I don't-
and a reverend.
What did you steal from you?
It was...
Walk in closer with a. You'll hear better.
He stole from me a very precious memento.
But you just, the euphemisms. What was it? Was it a brick? Was it
Oh, yes, because I carry around a Chicago red brick on my person everywhere I go. Christ alive, he stole my pocket watch.
a pocket watch?
Jesus.
A pocket watch. Good. Now we're getting places.
He
I would
knows
say-
about it. Congratulations,
Whoa.
Walt.
Wait a second. Hey, quick hands. What's so
Yeah.
goddamn special about your pocket watch?
Well, it's mine.
No, you know what I mean, son. I know Waltz. He just don't take pocket watches.
Well, it is a very nice pocket watch. I believe it's European.
All right, if you don't want to say, that's fine.
Oh, I don't. No offense to our. Shall I call you doctor?
Whatever you like. I'm a
right.
bit of a tinkerer more than a doctor, but it's
uh,
good to know. See, he's working with a gadget. I just need to know what the gadget was so I can know what he's doing with the gadget.
Hey, you mentioned the gadget in the telegram. You mind if I ask what the fuck is a gadget?
It's a thingamabob. A contraption.
No, what is the gadget? You must know what it is to be so concerned about it.
The pocket watch.
He points at your
It's
pistol.
the pocket watch.
It's a pocket watch.
Is it the?
Well, his pocket watch.
It's a pocket watch that's been blessed by Satan himself, as far as Reverend's concerned.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
gadget you telegrammed me about
Well,
is the thing that he stole from you.
Here, let me put it for you straight. Ronan, if I may use your first name, familiarity.
Don't fucking mind. It's not like I need to be called a detective.
Well,
You're a detective?
you received the
Jesus.
marshal.
Stop the Reverend again.
You received the marshal in the wee hours of the morning, didn't you?
That's correct, yeah. He seemed quite shaken up. I assumed you held a knife to his throat or something.
No, I know the tricks that our friend Watts uses, because those tricks are mine.
The tricks are yours. You
So
mean
is
you?
he using your magic to do what he's doing in those mountains over there?
That's why I want my watch back. It's very personal to me.
You're telling me that this watch you've got or had is the reason he can do what he does?
You've been traveling with me for how long, my friend? Is that so hard to believe?
Well,
I
you're
I
so
can't believe
good
it belongs to a
at
fucking watch. I thought that was yours. I thought it was some sort of fucking patron or something.
If you are if you would be interested in a different kind of book club than the Reverend might have, something that might elucidate things to you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Reverend, you're closed-minded. You think everything's from Satan. We know.
This is more it's
Did you like that one, Tony?
Killing me.
it's
all killing me.
the hoodoo, the voodoo, and the church get along a little better where I'm from. We'll call
You got
them.
the power of Jesus in you, boy. What are you talking about?
Oh no, this definitely ain't.
No, he ain't got no Jesus in him.
I am full of a lot of something. And it sure as shit ain't the grace of the Lord. I can tell you that, my friend. But
Then who is it? I don't particularly understand exactly where you get this fucking finger fire you got.
it's
Now, Roland, I understand you're not really from here. I mean, honestly, this is the way things are done. You
It's
don't
common
have
around
to-
here. Someone just fucking fires a fucking playing card out of their fingers and it turns into fire.
so
Don't forget that she can throw her pickaxe and just have it magically reappear.
Oh, yes. I meant to offer my respects. Wonderful to see you with your pickaxe. And I understand that was a very gracious soul and very close to you. And I just wanted to pay my respects to it. Yes.
I never fucking really noticed it just appeared back in her hands. I thought she went and got it. I don't fucking understand. I thought
all right.
perhaps he's got some fucking fire. I don't know. Father, what? Let me guess. You're gonna fucking start farting fairy dust next. What the fuck is going on?
brief character aside, or brief aside from my character, one of the greatest joys of playing Anton Harrow is giving my dear Pinkerton an existential crisis every week. Back into it. That said, Ronan, how far removed are you from your? I can't. Given your accent, not too far from your motherland and the green hills which birthed you.
I was brought here when I was just a wee boy. I raised in an Irish community.
So,
But, not far.
Ireland has its she on the wind, its brownies, kelpies, selkies.
Plenty of fucking fairy culture, yes, of course.
Are you talking about baked goods?
Just pretend he's
No.
not talking. I
Some
find it
of
helps
us-
a lot.
Some of us are keeping up with the conversation. You keep going right now.
There is a different kind of folklore here on these lands. Some native, some brought from hitherto other places. Consider what I converse with as like if I were to make a bargain with Mab or the Morrigan.
Or a demon?
Well,
You're telling me you're fucking talking to fairies, and that gives you the power to fucking fire a playing
Well-
card out of your hand at the speed of fucking light.
They're not exactly fairies, as you'd put it there.
I'm trying to speak a dialect you might find
I understand.
easier to consume.
I understand at least the fucking idea that
But-
there's something I don't understand that you've got some fucking tapped into here.
Are you curious?
Of course I'm curious. It's my fucking job to be curious.
Well, then,
I think that's for later on. I think that we need to find Waltz. I think that
Well, look at there, Ciderin. How you doing, fella? We appreciate that for subscribing. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Continue on with your satanic talk.
Just to be clear, when we came here, I thought we were coming here to find out some intel about a man that I was gonna fucking hunt down and shoot in the fucking head.
It
That's
looks
good.
like that man,
Just to be fucking frank with you. I
It
thought we were
looks
gonna
like that
find the
man-
man, and he was gonna lead me to another man. I didn't think we were gonna find out that he stole a pocket watch from a man that I've been traveling with for the last few fucking days, and that he was gonna turn out to be dealing with some fucking demons and some fucking fairy magic.
well, now I prefer the term Loa, but the that's it. We also they're called Manitou spirits.
I don't care about fucking manatees.
Okay.
That's good eating.
Since the school is apparently in session,
We don't have to explain this all to him right now.
it's like if you are indeed so curious, and I cannot explain it as well as the things that I learned it from. If you are indeed curious, I have the primary textbook in which you can learn. You are a man who requires empirical evidence, such as the nature of your job.
That's a good question. Do you have...
What sort of question?
Yeah, I don't know. Tony had something there.
Sorry, I was talking to myself there for a minute, but...
King 808.
Do you have any kind of hex slinging or anything on your sheet?
Me?
Yeah, you. Do you have it as a skill, even if it's unskilled? Is it already on your sheet?
No. Let me see what I've got under that area. I've got oh, you know what? I've got it hex slinging. Yes, as an unskilled.
As a 0.
Yeah.
As a 0. Yes.
If he hands you his Book of Hoyle, you can, with the proper expenditure, of course, of bounty points, which you no longer have any of.
No, I've got some now. Thank you, Melenre.
Yeah, Melinda.
You would be able to add a
How much for one die?
1 for 1 die. It's the same as adding any attribute.
I don't
But
have a
then-
die type in that special.
Wait,
that
don't?
box that it says special.
Ah,
No die type
okay.
associated with that.
So we may have to do 1 to add it as a die type and 1 for your first level. So you'd have to spend 2 to get it, and then we'd have to start you off at the first level of a hex. But just a thought, if you wanted to take him up on that offer to read a book, that book you can read might teach you something about this.
Then yes, I would take him up on that offer. Just out of curiosity. Show me what you got there.
Hey, now enough of this yammer and all that. Stuff.
We'll figure out what we need to know, Father. Just fucking shut up for once.
I do not wish to take up the Tinkerer's time, as he seems to have something for each of us.
Well, they can talk. Just give me the
Where-
fucking book.
Is Waltz? Where is Waltz? Come on, guys. Let's get focused here. Come on.
He's got a fucking ticker tape of fucking information over here. You can go read it if you want. Just give me the fucking book.
Shit, I want him to do it for me. Come on. We
I'll
got
take
the
the book.
time. We got the time.
Stop it, all of you.
No harm ever came from reading a book. Indeed, Milan Ray. Appreciate that reference.
Waltz, he's just too. He's got the gadget. If he's got the gadget, he's got you right where he wants you. He could kill you right here, right now, if he wanted to.
What does the gadget do for him, though? I don't. What does it?
I was thinking that it created like portals. That he was able to slip into one dimension and slip out of another dimension somewhere else. But now I'm thinking that that's not how it works. I'm thinking because it's a pocket watch, and that he uses a little ghost rock or a little bit of the ghost dust of the ghost rock, and he stops time.
What is this any concern of yours, wizard?
If he's got a gadget that stops time, it's the kind of gadget that could topple empires.
What does it mean, stop time? Stop time? What are you fucking saying? He can just pause the reality, make everyone stand still?
Think about it. How else does he get 15 tons of gold off of a train in the moments before it crashes down into a ravine?
No one in Globe saw him. No one. This is true.
He vanished. According to all of my reports on the wall, he just vanishes. Whenever people see him, he just disappears.
You haven't answered my question.
What?
What business of it is it yours? Oh, wow, that was really backwards. But anyway, so...
The gadget is too powerful to be in his hands.
But it's okay in your hands.
Oh,
I don't think he wants it.
I don't think I'd get to keep it either. I might be able to get to study it. I don't know. Maybe they'll let me, but I doubt I'd be able to keep it.
Who's they?
Oh,
They be dancing. Come on, it's his now.
just they.
Thank you, Widow.
Just they?
Don't worry about that part. But you don't want Waltz to have it, do you?
I said I am merely a scoundrel. I am not a murderous psychopath.
I'll take care of that part.
Who did you get the watch from, Anson? Where did you get it from?
Well, now, in fairness, I haven't been able to track the genealogy of that watch or object either. But if my assertions are correct, Harrow, you weren't quite aware of its real abilities, were you?
It's just always been mine. It was handed down. It's his
Family heirloom.
old brass thingamajig. Yeah. And as it had it always felt, well, more personal in my hands. Yeah, it's how like when you really believe in something, you know, or something has the weight of generations behind it.
I understand, yeah.
6 of one, half a dozen of another. We can all agree on one thing. Waltz dies first.
Oh,
But wait, Howard, I appreciate it, Reverend. Your enthusiasm for murdering this man is truly spectacular. But the cologne was a good idea. Yes. If
Watch
I've
your
got
words.
I've got some moonshine too, if you need it.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
You got 4 more fucking bottles, Father.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. He goes over to his horse and he gets a bottle out. Boop.
Yes, no, I've got some moonshine. I normally use it for running the automatons, but I think, you might enjoy
You're
it.
running a still just to fuel these fucking metal man.
Well, yes. I try not to use them very much.
So tell me this then.
Yes.
Do you got anything that can help us?
That is why I was set here.
I
They
think
told me
I
you
do.
had something to help.
I think I do. Now that I know what we're dealing with, I think I do have something that can work with it. I'm gonna start tinkering away, and he'll go start banging on some metal. And,
Hey, before you go over there and get all slap happy, what the hell's up with these big old tentacled things outside?
oh, the rattlers. Oh,
Yeah.
they're nuisances.
Won't you
A
see?
nuisance.
Well, yes, they don't come on the property. I've got some sonic waves being shot out under the ground, so they don't come this way. But in and out of the valley here, you might run into them.
Good to know.
may I perchance have a peek at your little sonic residence? Whatchamahoo's it?
He has a bunch of little gadgets and gizmos laying around. I don't have them for display purposes, but what you can imagine is he's got his own little sonic gun, the thing that went whoa, 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 and made the rattler go away for a short time. He's got larger mounted versions of those that are just sort of pointed into the ground in every compass direction around the property. But he's also got a flamethrower.
Oh,
he's got a
whoa! He's got a what?
He's got the things that you would imagine a tinkering scientist would have, including a bunch of large robot creatures that look like they're.
But you said a flamethrower.
There was a flamethrower in there.
Right.
Something that he calls a jet pack. There's other bits of arms and armor that you don't understand.
This Mandalorian theme in the background.
Right.
This is the
one. Now, I'm presuming like we can't like hear or probably hardly even feel like the sonic resonance. It is subsonic to the human perception, correct?
The ones, yeah, the one that went whoa 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 was the one that you heard. The other ones you don't actually hear. They're probably so low frequency they're below your
so
sonic register.
So dubstep canon makes the ears bleed. The low frequency Skrillex generator, less so. Okay, how big are the generator? Like the ones that are planted in the ground?
Not portable. Too big to take. That's why he's got the gun, you know.
So the gun counts as a rifle.
It does, but these are not things he's willing to part with. If that's what you're looking for.
What about that flamethrower?
You can look at it.
I was curious about.
All right, well, I'm gonna go play with that.
He's like, yes,
hellfire and brimstone.
No, that's your next sermon is gonna be lit AF. Well, Tinkerer, doctor, professor, whatever. If I might have a word.
Oh, yeah, well, he's tinkering away and banging on some metal. He's got ideas.
So
go ahead, talk to me.
No, and so just take a glass, pour from his own reserve. He's like, I'm not gonna ask how or why you know about what was taken and what it can do, but you seem chomping at the bit to understand it.
He's got a piece of Americana that could set right all that went wrong. And he's using it for what? A gold heist? Whatever ridiculousness he's doing up there in the superstitions?
Well, I would go so far as his critiques go. Stopping at 15 tons is, small thinking. But
sure enough. But my thought is, he can't sell Confederate bars of gold. You know what I mean? What he needs is to find a gold mine. So my thought is, he's taking this and shepherding it out into the mountains, melting it down, and injecting it into some rock face where he can find it later.
So he can have all of it and make profit off land deeds. That is some claim jumping clever.
It is. But it seems like kind of a low-rent solution to a magnificent artifact.
Well,
again, why use a pocket watch for petty thievery? Which is all this amounts to.
Out of character, as a man who has watched The Mask of Zorro a lot, but well, let's say, as you can see, there's good portion of us, well, rather all of us, for our own particular reasons, going after Herr Waltz.
Indeed.
So, given how it wasn't until very recently I understood the magnanimity of this family heirloom, I would love to learn what it does. And you seem a specialist.
I'm afraid not. I'm all guessing. If it does what I think it does, it presents an entirely different set of problems. Think about it. If it stops time, what happens to physics? These are the things that concern me. But it's also probably the reason he's able to move 15 tons of gold across the country undetected.
So, then imagine, if you can, if as a purveyor of science, that a band, a troupe, were to bring to you something that in which you could make, despite the times, theoretically time-stopping powers of this artifact, allow you to make an immortal stamp on history as the person who studied and opened up a new window into science itself.
Wouldn't that be nice?
What? Would you...
I don't think it's a scientific artifact. In my mind, before this is all over, it'll be a political one.
Well, then, before politics and civilization gets their claws in it, I would, with let's call it a contribution from an independent party patron such as yourself, to ensure that we do make the most of what we've come out here to do, I would give you first rights on studying it, so long as the watch does return to my rightful ownership thereafter.
You want it for yourself.
I've had that watch since my 13th birthday, sir.
Oh, yes. And what would you have been doing on your 13th birthday had you known it stopped time?
Probably a lot of things. Well,
I'm over here fucking around with a flamethrower, and I heard that.
Take that as you will. The Reverend has me down to a T. I would probably make all the saints blush and shit themselves. But nothing so nefarious as what Waltz is doing. That's adolescent me. I have matured. Theoretically.
If the mature you, then, could put this artifact in the hands of someone who could effect real change, would you do it?
Well, change is a lot like beauty, isn't it? It's all in the eye of the beholder. Would I hand it over to some old Yankee doodah and let them tell what me and mine can do down in our little city on the glorious muddy river? No.
Oh, but you'd hand it to Robert E. Lee in a heartbeat.
Oh, God, no.
Oh,
Sanctimonious and for the glory of the South? Shit, no.
well, it's good to know you have some standards, then, huckster.
My standards is what I make of them. A deal is a deal, and a man can only judge each deal by its own personal merit.
He whacks a couple more times down onto the metal sheet that he's got. He's got, this will work. I'm going to craft 3 more of them. They are heavy metal-looking vests. They fit over your head and they sit heavy on your shoulders, and they just look like breastplate and backplate. It's a little bit of armor, but it's got another trick to it. If Waltz is doing what I think he's doing and stopping time, these will act as temporal dampeners. If you're within, maybe 50 yards of Waltz, and he stops time, ease will let you go with it.
Well, ain't that a daisy?
He can't stop
You just became
you.
my new favorite person, Wizard.
You've got to get close.
That's all right.
But if you can get close, and they're very heavy, they're very hot. He'll take this one off and hand
I mean, can I even pick it up?
It's going to be uncomfortable, especially for the widow to wear. But if you're only
Enough for all of us.
you probably wouldn't wear them all the time, is the impression. But maybe just when you needed it, when you felt like Waltz was going to be around.
Right.
And yes, he will spend the rest of the day banging on some metal and doing what he does, and making one for each of you.
Fantastic.
So
It will also act as one level of armor.
Oh.
So any damage that's coming at you, you can -1 for just having armor.
I tried to get us a big old fancy big crazy man gun. I tried.
These here vests will be better than anything else that these big old guns will get us. But I'm a little bit more concerned about, anybody else got any secrets hiding up their sleeves they want to share with everybody?
I don't know, Reverend, do you?
Yeah, I was like, how about you, Reverend? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Why do you ask
your
what
pardon.
Poking and prodding. You started from the very beginning, poking and prodding at me. I think that you have more in your under your hat than I do.
You opened this can of worms.
Well. Why don't you show me
Don't you
first?
come at me about secrets unless you're gonna give yours up.
Well, all right now, darling. Don't you be worrying about that. Why don't you show me yours first, and then I'll show
Don't
you mine.
even come at me.
You mean to tell me that you're in all this just for gold?
Not just for gold, but that ain't none of your business. If you ain't showing me why you're in.
Well, you know what? Fair enough. I didn't talk to the Irishman and Quick Hands here about it. I neglected to talk to you. And I apologize for that. Now let me
You
tell
think
you.
an apology's gonna do anything?
I'm still talking. I know you're used to just yammering on, but wait a minute, I must explain.
Just gonna fucking throw that.
I got you guys
pickaxe
throw
at
the
you.
pickaxe at me. This is what I need to know. Is like I explained to the Irishman and I explained to Quick Hands here. I told y'all that I had a message to give the Waltz. Well,
I
there's
don't give a shit about Waltz. You do whatever you want to
Oh.
do to him.
well, all right then. I don't give a. Guess I really care very much at all. Then if you got any secrets there with it, yeah, good to have you aboard.
Well,
Just stop poking at the secret.
if you're taking confessions, it's been around 13 years since my last one.
Go on.
Well,
Listen. Oh,
where-
you want
where
some
do I-
privacy? We can go.
No, I'm sure you've seen. I'm not one to blush. So it all started way back when.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna go get me a bottle of whiskey.
I was-
Oh wait, I got one.
So long as you share
Oh, by all means, go right ahead. Take a swig.
the grace, and thank you. So, it all started when right after my 13th birthday, and then just
The vests, the vests are going to take a little time to complete, but they'll be ready by this evening. You are welcome to stay over at the ranch here, but come tomorrow, you're going to have to venture out looking for Waltz, finishing your journey.
Before, at some point, I'm going to drag off Quick Hands.
There's more of that secret spilling.
I'm
Go.
No, and you know what I do is like, I think it's time that you go ahead and tell me that confession you were. Not all
well,
that censored bullshit. Come on.
well, and to think, all I had to do was to make a marshal defile himself to become the most popular boy in town.
Oh,
Yes,
you were pretty
Reverend.
popular before that, let me tell
Oh
you.
well, thank you, Reverend. How may I be of service?
All right. You say that watch belongs to you and yours fine. Well, this here fella is crazier than well, he's just crazy. And he ain't coming forthright with who he's working with. And I rightly don't care. But you want that watch?
That was,
Alright.
well, I obfuscated it. That was the thing I wanted to take. Yes.
Well, I don't trust him. I think there's something up. But you got my backing so long as we both are killing Waltz.
As I want him dead just the same as the rest of everyone here, so it seems.
I just wanted to make sure. I mean, he's doing right by us by giving us these vests.
That was, as the way I see it, that was a donation to a righteous cause. I tried to bargain for some of the other fancy toys. That
Did you
go
try
the
the flamethrower?
I could feel the flamethrower.
Well, I was fooling.
I saw my eyelashes done curled up. But I tried to bargain with him to garner us some additional firepower. He was non-forthcoming, so I don't need to give him shit.
That's fine. I just want you to know that I have no intentions of giving anything to this, whatever it is. But
Nor do I.
I would keep my eyes on the widow and the Irishman.
Well,
the Irishman's getting secret telegrams from this son of a bitch. And the widow's not saying nothing. Except, no, whatever she says. I don't know, pay attention to it.
well, now,
I can't even talk this shit with a straight face.
well,
I didn't even pay attention to it.
I would not presume to give advice or counsel to a reverend who has, who is a staple and pillar of community and civilization. But
I'm no pillar of community. I just letting you know I got your back so you could have mine, and that I'll make sure you get your watch as long as we kill Waltz.
Y'all have grown on me like a rash, and I intend to make sure you all see the end.
I got some cream for that. But not to mention, if he actually gives us some serious moonshine, we could pour that on it and probably kill it.
I do love our talks, Reverend. But yes, you have my support, of course.
Excellent. All right, that's all I needed to make sure was all.
Christ be with you.
Keep your eye on him.
Only one though.
All right, fine.
Now I'm gonna go spread some devilry, if it's all the same.
He'll pop some raw bacon in his mouth and start chewing it.
It's just like it's
All right.
So let's make those guys say, Reverend. And
where are you off to, Huckster?
I'm gonna keep my word to Ronan. I'm a man of my word, after all.
Well, as night falls, your vests are all ready. You can load them onto your horses and/or mule. You can tinker with your contraptions and things. You can read your books. You can do whatever you need. But what you don't have is a destination. Waltz, well, that appearance in Globe was about the last time he popped up anywhere.
I'm gonna get a full night's rest tonight.
Are you?
I think I will.
You got that dream catcher that adds +2 to your spirit roll the next day.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna need that dream.
Fair enough.
And the old lady needs her sleep, so I don't know what else to say about that.
There are bunks and bunk houses here at the ranch. You can take a room and actually sleep indoors, under a blanket, by some candlelight even. For the Reverend, you choosing to find some sleep tonight?
He's going to find a table. And he's going to find a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, pass the fuck out.
The Holy Spirit, indeed.
Hey, are you
Okay,
not
what
in?
is
Are you no longer in Roll 20, Will?
Yeah, it dropped out. My whatchamacallit dropped out.
Is it your? All
Trying
right.
to look, see if
Are we still on?
we're still on. It's gonna be a second because I got to get the roll.
Yeah,
20
we're
back
still
up
on.
to
It's
get the
just
map.
roll 20.
We're
dropped.
still on. It's like my Google just went. So, yeah, but that's all he's gonna do.
Then you can sip your whiskey, splash on your cologne, sit there and think about revenge. Anson Harrow, you gonna try to find some sleep tonight in the comfort of a bed?
Yeah, after the the sermon from my personal Book of the Damned puts my my detective friend to sleep, I will too find rest.
And you will. The widow too, you find some sleep.
Yeah, but I don't think of bed or anything. I think I'd rather make camp.
There's an open courtyards inside the walls here. It'd probably be the only
no.
place safe to go.
Yeah.
Outside the walls, you got to deal with the rattlers and stuff.
Right.
So you sure, if you want to do yourself a more rustic bunk outside, just a bedroll and a campfire, you could do that right in the square.
Do that.
Then you will sleep comfortably for whatever 8-9 hours that the widow needs. Anson Harrow will sleep discomfortably. Your Joker poking at you while you sleep, but letting you rest. Reverend, you're staying awake and you're fighting the sleep and you're not feeling as drunk as you should, but you could stay up. You might be at a little bit of a detriment tomorrow, but you'll be all right.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Maybe not.
Once you come to an understanding about certain things, it becomes a lot easier to deal with them.
And Pankerton, the man who shies away from sleep because he is tormented with nightmares. You found yourself a dream catcher, specially made. It's supposed to enhance your spirit in the face of these things. But having suffered a nightmare, you often come to suffer a vision in the night after, the next time you sleep. You'll have a vision of water. Pouring water coming from above in buckets and sheets. Not rain, but pouring water. And darkness. And natives. Indians, but not the friendly kind you've been meeting. Angry, menacing, warrior Indians. Surrounding you in the darkness and in the water. That's the dream that you have. When the morning comes, give me a spirit roll and add your
Oh, fuck. And add,
Two,
right,
right?
a bonus. Yeah.
yes for the dream catcher.
All right, where is my spirit?
It's down towards the bottom on the right, I believe.
Yep, there it is.
Page.
Ooh.
Yeah, 13.
11. Oh, yeah, 13 with
13,
the
yeah,
plus
because you
two.
had the 2.
Yeah.
Comfort flows over you. You wake rested for the first time in, oh God, what has it been? Weeks, months. You weren't able to sleep on the train. You weren't able to sleep out of Chicago. It's been this entire journey.
Few hours here and there, wherever
But
I
here
could
you go.
just close my eyes, but not enough to dream.
the dream catcher seems to work for you. It preserves that memory of the water and of the Apache and of the darkness.
I'm gonna take a look around. Is everybody else up?
Probably sometime after.
Yeah, when you get up and you come to...
You'll see the Reverend.
Reverend's still sitting in the same spot he was when you went to bed.
I'm
Oh.
probably
And he's got an empty bottle of whiskey there. He's smoking a cigar.
How many you got left there, Fodder?
3, I think, now.
I got 3 left, but the wizard here says he's got moonshine he's going to hook me up with. You're right, it's a good
Just
thing.
a 1 bottle night, right? Not 3.
You're smart. I should probably empty another bottle. So I can fill it up with that moonshine. It's a little bit heftier of a kick.
Anson, are you around anywhere?
He'll probably slept in. I presume they have beds.
Yeah, they're little bunks, and like I said, with a blanket, roof, candle.
And anytime I don't need to rough it on a bedroll, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
I'll go seek him out once I've said good morning to the father.
Then
Preferably
you'll
out of
find
the
him.
way.
Yeah, you'll find him in his room, maybe on the 2nd floor in a quiet spot.
I'll sort of grab his shoulder where he's sleeping and wake him. Slap the book back on his chest. Thank you for that.
Invigorate and read.
Yes, you could say so. I had a vision last night. We gotta follow the water. And I'll walk away.
Thank you and you're welcome. Why don't you ever tell me those kinds of things? You just poke me.
That's good.
The day is yours if you have an idea of where you're going or what you're doing. Each
After
of you seems to have gotten as much sleep and rest and knowledge as you're going to get here.
I think breakfast and coffee is in order, and at least while the percolator's running, is there there's a canyon, presumably carved by a river. Where's the water running?
Where you are now is the end of a creek called Cherry Creek. There was 3 basic bands of rivers that ran down to this one location and then cut through the superstitions. The canyon is the here. Let me take you to the map and I can show you a little bit more clearly. You could see that Tonto Creek, Cannon Creek, and Cherry Creek all kind of empty south towards Burro Mesa Ranch. And then to the west, over here, is a path that cuts through the superstitions. That path is a canyonway carved by a river long ago. But the creeks, like the canyon, are all dry, especially in June.
Follow the water. Okay. Well, with nothing so that's resolving as a neon sign saying follow the water, dancing girls this way.
Is that leading up into the Superstition Mountains like the widow was telling us?
That path that goes from here heads basically a little bit southwest, or basically west-southwest. Takes you right into the superstitions.
Well, I think that might be the way to go then.
Now, I would head back. I'm assuming the widows joined us for breakfast at this point.
You want
Yeah.
some,
Discuss
you want-
away all
you
your
want
plans.
some bacon?
Oh, God.
As he rolls it up and shoves it in his mouth.
Yeah.
You can
No,
cook
thank-
yours if you want. I ain't.
You're an absolutely revolting man, I must tell you.
Something. I'm just.
I don't lay judge. Well, yeah, I do. All right, fine. I was just making an offer. Shoot.
No, I'll eat my trail rations.
And Anton will take a cast iron skillet, crack some eggs, sprinkle on some Cajun seasoning, and scramble them.
Well, if he's got some eggs over there, the river's gonna go crack one.
You chicken following you.
He's gonna swallow a raw egg.
No!
Rocky Balboa. Oh, God.
And then you crack it in a glass of whiskey, and then
Oh my God, that's awesome! That's exactly what he does.
yeah, we're connected.
I didn't expect to be inventing drinks tonight, but you know.
Good morning.
It's called. It's
Can't wait till
called.
COVID's done and the bars can start serving that one.
Yeah,
Just, I want you to go to your local tavern and be like, I want you to give me a glass of whiskey and crack an egg in it.
They
It's
call
called
it the Reverend.
There it is.
it's called the Reverend Brown Drop Soup.
There you go. Well, you drop brown after you drink it. And then put it in that way.
Especially after
That was vivid.
just you Wild West ramen you're doing. Yeah, you are.
And with all of this madness happening, Ronan would step up to the breakfast table and, well, if you're all done with whatever the fuck you're doing here, I've got something to share with you. You know what? There's a reason I get sent on kind of missions that we're on right now. They call me. They got a nickname for me.
The
Back at the,
Irishman.
No, they don't call me the fucking Irishman, you fucking piece of shit. Sorry. They call me Spooky.
You done scared the widow into talking like a robot.
We broke her.
Broke the widow.
But she's
It's frozen.
smiling at least, so
Don't
she's
worry.
happy.
Don't worry.
You see, every once in a while I say things. Things that I tend to happen after I say them.
Yeah.
I've already told Arrow, but I had a vision last night.
All
We
right.
gotta follow the water.
Yeah, I heard you.
But where we end up, I'm afraid it's not gonna be pretty.
Uh-huh.
Well, now there's no water now, but we can follow where the water was.
I was going to ask, are we going up or downstream and following the water?
Based on my vision, I'm gonna say we're probably heading upstream. We're gonna find a place where the water's falling.
Well then,
People who find us there are not gonna be happy to see us.
Did you say a waterfall?
What the hell did this? I know, right? He's sneaky as a. Anyway. Wear some squeaky shoes, man.
put a bell on them.
Give bell like honestly, Reverend Nick.
This is my house. You all should be wearing the bells and wearing the squeaky shoes.
They're called spurs, first and foremost, and they jingle, jangle, jingle.
So you got something to say? Where's it going to say it?
You don't want to go to the waterfall. That'd be insane.
Why is that?
Well, that's the Apache camp.
Yeah.
That's where they stage their local raids from.
You got a problem with Apache?
Well, they'll kill you just as soon as look at you.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, these are the ones that do the raids on the railroads and on the soldiers.
We see the Irishman over here has got a couple of Apaches that are sweet on him. And, well, I've got a favor from him. I think we'll be fine. I appreciate your concern. Maybe you could...
Don't mean to scare you, Father, but to be honest with you, these visions I have, they're not usually... they're pretty accurate. They're not going to be happy to see us.
No, they're going to try to kill you.
Well, maybe you should give us a flamethrower.
Oh,
I don't think killing them is the fucking answer.
No, it's not. I'm just trying to get a flamethrower.
You know that it runs on moonshine too. I was going to give you the moonshine at least.
There you go.
This is the ultimate quandary for the Father. Do I drink it or do I kill with it?
I can't give you the flamethrower though. I need that here for the.
Fine. I appreciate your concern. Don't worry.
And you'll have to leave soon if you're going to try to make it there. But road to the southwest and good luck.
Yeah.
That wasn't ominous at all. Thank you.
I know, right? So I got a question for you, Wizard. When we go and we put the irons to old bolts and put them in the grave, we take that pocket watch away from them. You're going to know, ain't you?
Oh, well, I know a great deal of what goes on around here, so it'll come to me eventually. Yes.
Yeah. And then what are you going to do?
I don't know. I suppose that depends on what you do.
And then the Reverend just turns around and he looks at Quick Hands and he gives him a little bit of a wink. Yeah. All right, let's get rolling. You say you're gonna give me some moonshine?
I'll give you a couple of jugs of moonshine to take with you, and I'll mark the Apache raiding camp on your map. But,
Jugs, not jars.
Jugs, yes, jugs.
I've been keeping my empty whiskey bottles too, except for the one that Irishman shot. And will you fill these up first, and then you can give me a couple jugs? I appreciate it.
Okay. He'll have to drain one of the robots for it.
It's worth it, ain't it?
Yeah, it looks like the robot's pissing into a jar.
Missed him again. Are you ready for a
The
different
Reverend
kind
walks
of vision?
over, puts his finger into the stream.
Yep,
That's the right stuff right there. No, he ain't that much of a savage.
You say that.
Fair enough.
But, make a believer out of me, Reverend.
So as the day begins, you can saddle up and prepare to venture out of Burro Mesa Ranch. And when we begin the next episode, you can battle your way past the Mojave Rattler and make your way to the Apache camp in the heart of the Superstition Mountains.
So, big game plan. Get it drunk as shit on moonshine.
I used to watch it.
Tame it, and then we ride it into battle.
Exactly. Why? So easy. Why didn't we think of this sooner?
Because listen, I wear this big hat to hide my big brain, smooth as it is.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I
might be willing to part with some of the moonshine for something like that.
I got all the information out that I wanted to get out this episode. This is kind of an information-heavy episode, a little bit.
What are you talking about? We fought big old giant Mojave rattlers
at the beginning.
Did fight a big
and then we talked
graboid.
We fought a graboid. We had
You're gonna have to fight one on the way out.
You don't
Yeah.
know that.
Or
Yes, I do.
or or domesticate it. Because the can do American dream attitude.
Yes, your optimism is astounding.
It's
Well, he might let us take the flamethrower at least into the yard.
He's not letting you take the flamethrower.
Come on now. We'll just put it in a wagon, and then
What if I told you he would build one for you?
I'd be surprised that you gave in that easy.
Yeah, it will take the rest of the game.
No.
And at the very last moment, right
No.
before we're about to end the whole thing, he will come in and hand it to you and say, "Look what I made for you."
I ain't got that kind of time. Make us
Zach,
up
Stop asking.
a batch of Molotov cocktails, and we'll call it even.
Oh my God! You've got jugs of moonshine.
That's
You've
for
got,
personal consumption.
you
How
got
dare you, sir?
armor that's going to allow you to travel into the stasis time. That
Whatever.
won't do.
That's all to help him out. He wants that watch. No way.
and
I'm trying to make it sound like, oh, I'm doing you a favor.
they are called fire bottles, or if you want to be super swanky, we can call them McCoy cocktails.
Ooh.
Stop it.
McCoy.
No more McCoy.
What's McCoy's first name, Tony?
Shut up. That's his name. His name is Shut Up. His name is Don't You Ever Bring It Up Again.
Shut up, McCoy.
It's like, oh my dear boy, your parents were so cruel.
You know what? It doesn't matter what McCoy's first name was, because it won't be that by the time I get around to writing it in the book. I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
fix all that shit you put in there.
What? That was pure gold, is what I put.
Pure
in.
gold.
Pure gold.
Let's rip off Star Trek. It's pure gold.
That's not Star Trek. I don't know what you're talking about.
Then again, I kicked off this episode with like, let's rip off Tremors.
I know. Thank you very much.
No complaints.
No
No
complaints.
complaints.
I'll watch Tremors with you too, man. You find
No
me
doubt.
get some Tremors.
I've been looking for Tremors. Actually, I've seen it in a few posts. Guys asking for like a couple bucks for it. I should just fucking bite the bullet and go and grab it. Actually, the
And
guy
I-
I got Evil Dead from had Tremors 2. He didn't have Tremors, but he had Tremors
No,
2.
the first one. You got to get the first one.
First one's one of the
I'm,
best, like cheesy
I'm
horror movies.
an absolutely terrible host because I realize I haven't introduced anybody tonight.
No,
but
you
I'm
didn't.
No, we
did
skipped
you?
it. We were in a rush.
we're kicking the show off and talking and stuff. But I'm your host, Uncle Tony, and you can find me on YouTube at YouTube/Uncle Tony. I got lots of funny shit up there. You should go check it out. And next to me is Will DM or Will.playa for this game. The crazy ass smelly reverend.
That's right.
With all
And
the
you know what?
food.
On a lot of things when I talk about what I do in the channel and stuff like that, I usually would say I'm the primary or chief game master DM. I'm not. I don't run anything on the channel right now.
Not right now.
Not right now. I'm not
No,
running
not for a
anything.
while.
Nice.
eh?
Isn't it
Yeah.
freeing? Doesn't it feel
Oh my
good?
god. Yeah.
Just
it
to
is.
show up and fuck up other people's games.
Well, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing prep in the background, but I say fucking up stuff specifically for this show, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But that is like I run my home games for all my roommates, and they're like family, and that is the biggest expression of love. It's like, oh, you've got a setting. How can I ruin it?
Yes, exactly.
And that is the purest expression of love that creatives can express to each other,
Exactly.
and it's great.
And let's go to Alex Maxwell. Thank you for joining us,
Talk about
Alex.
a
Your
segue.
huckster.
Yeah.
And your performance last week, that intimidation fact. I want to tell you how good. It's almost like you cheated last week, because that role play was so good. When I went back and watched it, I'm like, I'm not having him roll any dice. I'm like, why am I not having him roll for? I forgot your stealth roll. I forgot. I'm like, you know why? Because it was all just fucking mesmerizing.
No.
So it was-
Sometimes you just don't need to roll. Sometimes the role plays that good.
It was great. It was fantastic.
Well, okay.
I criticized myself for how I played it, but you were on point last
I don't know. I think you played it exactly how you're supposed to.
Well, you know what? And this is the other thing. Tanis watched it last week, just sort of out of the corner of the eye, and she's like, I heard it get really intense, and I didn't understand what was happening because she hadn't been paying attention. She said tonight, I went back and rewatched that, and she's like, that actually made perfect sense in context. Like, it actually fit contextually very well, and that she was very impressed. Because last week she was playing Call of Duty while she was watching. She was like, what the fuck is happening all of a sudden? But she went back and watched it, and she texted me actually at the beginning of our stream tonight, and she was like, let them know that it actually makes perfect sense in context. It was just alarming. Everything go from 0 to 60 like that.
No, a big same. Misses in the room over her, just like, is everything okay? It's like that's the voice you use when you're disciplining, kids that misbehave back when you worked in like school security. No,
you're doing good role play when people come in to check on you.
Yeah, no, but it was also great. Like after the showing like, hey, this is like what happened after the fact. Make sure everything's all right, and then being the art major she is, like, actually,
that's when the critique came.
No, it's like Van Gogh was not commonly known until like 1890. And I was just like, there is Ghost Call. You don't know what's going on in Amsterdam, right? Goddamn now, Holland, whatever. It was. I love playing as this character Anson Harrow whether it's making marshals mess their pants or giving fellow player characters existential crises or almost getting ate by a graboid.
God, yeah.
That's
you don't even want to know what the bite on one of these things is. All I can tell you, it's a D something plus 20.
Whoa!
That's no, and as I know of Savage Worlds, that is basically just being shoved in the mouth of like a planetary grade weapon in a sci-fi setting.
Yeah.
But one, I'm flattered and like by the people liked the scene. I ran with it. It was an out of body experience. It's kind of how it goes. Hopefully we'll get more of those from everyone.
Seriously, season highlight. If you have a highlight reel, that's gonna make it.
Stop it. But but you can find me on Twitch and basically anywhere games are played under Stormwolf92. You've probably seen it in the little Roll20 doobly doo. I play games very poorly. I'm still trying to figure out how to stream, but once I do, you can all laugh at me bumble my way through things because I can't talk my way out of them like I can in this game. I've taken up enough time onto the other stars.
Then let's talk to Dylan Trahan. Dylan, how are you doing?
Well, you know what? I was just thinking. Now's probably the time. I just realized we're on the cusp of December, and in the new year, I do want to get another show started. And I was thinking that in January, as a precursor to the stream I want to start, the stream I'm looking to get going here in the new year is something that is centered around the spirit of the video rental store. So I think what better way to start than to do a brief one-off of the WWRPG, which I've been talking to you guys about doing for a long time. I've got some buddies who are going to join me for that. Hoping I can get some of the cast here to join me yet to talk to them about that. But get some classic Monday Night Wars, WCW versus WWF action going in.
Yeah, brother.
So we will we'll talk about that a little bit, but and that to be followed with more classic 90s 80s VHS action in the months to come.
There it is.
There you go. It's costumes already done.
So stay tuned to hear more about that. But I thought I would, since I'm looking to get that started in about a couple of months, we'll hear more about it in the coming weeks. But that's
and working on. Join us on our Discord. we've got a little Discord channel. You can find it in the link to it below. But now more than ever, join us because ahead of time we've been watching some westerns to get in the mood.
Yes, we will be on episode 3 of Deadwood next week. So if you want to tune in, you can let me know if you've missed it, and I can just throw it on the afternoon, the first 2 episodes or something. If you need to catch up, I can throw it on and let you watch it while in the voice chat. But otherwise, tune in next week for episode 3, and we will be going. I try to get started about 5 minutes to the hour so that we can get done, so I can jump in here and get ready for the show. So tune in about 5 minutes to the hour, an hour before the show.
And just follow us on our Discord and the other stuff.
Hang out with us.
Yes, the Discord is down in the doobly-doo. If you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching this on a rerun on YouTube, we'll just go ahead and, what do they say? Hit that like and subscribe button. Is that what it is, Tony? How do you do that?
Yeah, the like and subscribe button. Nobody watches us on YouTube. Those 10 views are all me. I go back and watch it on YouTube.
You know where they watch us. You should go. I don't know if you can go into Wicked Studios, because all the videos are on Wicked Studios Facebook page. You can go down and go to the video links. Go look in there. Go look at how many views are on all those.
I'm not on Facebook.
God, join the modern times. Actually, I can't even say modern times because Facebook is not modern times anymore. It's with Instagram and what's with TikTok. What's the new one?
Listen, man, I wear it like a badge of honor. I'm not
whatever.
On Facebook.
Just create a fake personality and
I
get
am
on
a
Facebook.
fake personality. I don't even need to create one.
That's true. That's true.
Tony, wear that badge long enough, and Dan will just snatch it right off your chest, too.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah, just take it from me and send me screaming. For fuck's sake, Grace, say something.
I'm Grace. I've been playing the Widow McAfee tonight, and for fuck's sake is where you can find me. For fuck's sake, Grace.
That's
Grace.
Grace.
Yep.
It's hard to say for some reason. I love your hat.
Yeah.
I do like the other one. That one always made me laugh. But yeah, you're
and then it'll be back. Don't worry, it'll be
more
back.
prospector-ish, I think, maybe.
You need more flannel shirts, and you need a horn.
The
You need
Moose
a horn.
Girl. Oh, perfect time.
Where's Moose?
I've got puppy.
There you go. Moose
Where's
cameo.
Moose?
Yep.
Moose cameo, saving the show at the end.
We've had
Saving
a
the
cat.
stream.
I at this point watch because Moose cameo views are gonna go to fucking 700 and bam.
He's wet. Wet.
Soggy boy.
Well, that's it for this episode, which I was calling the Wizard's March, since I'm naming them all kind of song titles. So this one was the Wizard's March. The next one, not sure what that one's going to be called, but you're going to be heading into the heart of the Superstition Mountains and confronting a tribe of angry Apache. This ought to be interesting.
Oh, yes.
So join us next week, I think it is. And for all of the Americans that are watching, have a very nice Thanksgiving. And if anybody caught it, which I saw nobody, none of the castmates caught it, but I actually quoted a line from Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant tonight, and it went whoosh over everybody's head.
What was the
Sounds
line?
about right.
27 8x10 color glossy photos with a circle and arrow and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was.
I heard you say that, but I didn't type it for sure.
Because I was just so invested in the scene, Tony.
Okay, no. Okay, Alice's Restaurant is how long of a song?
It's about 30 minutes, I'm thinking.
Thank you. Okay, it's
The
a
only
30
Arlo
fucking
Guthrie
minute song.
line I know is coming into Los Angeles, carrying a couple of keys. Don't check my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. That's my Arlo Guthrie line for you tonight.
Yeah, that's not Alice's Restaurant.
It's a different song, I know, but
Yes, it's completely
still Arlo
different.
Guthrie.
But in fairness to my line about the 27 8x10 color glossy photos with a circle and arrow and paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was, he repeats it 6 times in the song.
Well,
That's why it's funny.
Well, one, thank you for not repeating that 6 times during the episode.
no shit.
2, you painted us some fucking great word pictures, so pardon as I just bask in it, Tony.
I can't take credit for Arlo Guthrie. I don't sound like that.
It's like, oh, we've got a fucking time traveler. Okay. It's just like,
I was too caught up with the fact that he knows so much about all of us. So you could have said anything at that point. My mind's racing at something else. But
Yeah, now he knows. I guess he knows all your secrets.
yeah, he does. Anyway, so
ominous.
well, I guess that's it, everybody. Have a great
Thank
night.
you, everybody,
Have a
for
great
joining us.
Thanksgiving. We appreciate you tuning in and watching as always, and we will talk to you next
Listen
week.
to Alice's Restaurant tomorrow.
It's actually entertaining.
It's on the radio at 9 and 10, and just at top of every hour, it'll be on some radio station near you.
You got that right. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Comer.